Hello guys, welcome, good morning, good evening, good night, welcome to Let's Say Media. Please share the video. We are live on Clubhouse, YouTube, and Facebook, and X. Please share the video. We have some of the things that we need to cover at Saturday. One more anyar, you can come up. You can back going to I don't want to bring anybody up yet. Okay, let me stop the video first. Let me welcome everybody. Before I need to cover some of the topic of today. Before I go to the main topic regarding about those SSPDF soldiers, 8 of them that has been make it to Juba. So that is something that I want, because that you guys know the video that has been running around in social media. That video for the person that who got killed, his body was dragging on the ground and then thrown in the. This is a tragedy. This is a really bad to see our people they reach to that stage. As you can see the picture, because I covered the picture because this is a horrific scene, so we cannot show it. We cannot show the video, but I just took the pictures and then covered the body so that we cannot show it in public. But this video, most of you watching in social media were trending for the last 2 or 3 days ago. This is how our people reach here, like you cannot have any human heart to. This is the act of inhuman for killing the body and then drag his body on the ground and throw it into the river. That is the picture of the body. These people who did this have to be held accountable, because this is they reach to the stage that I was going through to the social media all weeks, but I see where this, because most of people were, oh, this is not, I will try. If this person, where this from, this person from. So, Honorable Attorney Wag Attorney, wrote his Facebook page yesterday or Thursday, somewhere there, and he confirmed that the body of this individual, they confirm what this person is from. So this is what happened in this incident. According to Atany on his Facebook page, he said that the person was these people who killed this body. They were demanding money, about 30 million South Sudan. He said that here is what he saw. That I'm quoting Honorable Atany. He said the man whose video is now trending online, being dragged after he was killed, was from a one community, and he was killed via his family paying 30 million South Sudan pound SSP. Okay, has ransom, and still he was eventually killed and humiliated. The questioner is being anyway. The questioner: do the use of the white armies really have parents or elders? Where did okay? So I will stop there. So this is the. So you have confirmed now the body of this this individual was from one community, and the thing that they done to this body is still inhuman. It's out of, and that's why we always call out that is it white army? Is it a civil defense or is it a terrorist organization? Because the act that they did to this person is act of evil. Nobody in South Sudan, in history, have been done the thing that this white army Nasir did to this body, to this person. This is really a sad event. We have to condemn it, all of us, regardless. This is inhuman. And this is put our country into the bad image. So what is the difference between the act of white army? What's the difference between white army and Boko Haram? What is the difference between white army and ISIS? And what is the difference between white army and another terrorist organization around the world? The human dignity, we should honor, respect the body. You kill, you do not humiliate the body. Like the way they drag the body on the floor after they kill him and then throw it in the river. And when we talk here in social media and tell our South Sudanese this is unacceptable, our Jinobin, they will come up with some more propaganda, especially those of people who are supporters of white army. And this is what we were condemning. This should not be happening. And we should not condone the human act the way that this white army did. We should not condone. We should not condone. Okay? So this is the thing that we need to avoid. Hang on, guys. So I have a call here. This is the thing that we don't need to.
Jilo wonu tonadol toni nyel DJ Dingarang jagda lo di ena paping Adina majaya jide ngamakwaga oton barat iye manuni be ya budimit pandeni ya ayi tonu tuol kutunga toni adina majaya we santo men kolnyang Mike chol grangawan yuping yarul pandiri shej manyel anake ton nyel jilo woni tona dol.
Okay, Benny, you go to Makeda. I will put down the link. I don't know if I can be able to send you. Yes, you can come. Let me put down the link, and you guys can come in. I will open this one as a yeah. I will put down the link. Press that link. Okay, so yeah, this is, we need to condemn regardless. So we don't need to see this happening. And because we cannot reach to this stage, because what happened in Nasir is unacceptable. Okay. So we need to stop all this act of inhuman. We have to condemn them. And the people that would get this kind of act of inhuman or evil way, we need to stop. We need to condemn them. They need to be held accountable, regardless. Even if it is your brother, your uncle, your father, whoever it is, they need to be held accountable, because this thing will not happen again. So because we cannot reach that stage. Anyway, let me move to the next. So let me send my prayers to Father Pope Francis. Pope Francis, he's in the hospital. My prayers for him so he can feel better. While he's in the hospital, Pope Francis never forgot the people of South Sudan. Pope Francis sent his delegate to JUBA this week on Friday, and bring a message, a letter to President Salva Kiir and also to the first Vice President, Dr. Riek Machar. And he's calling all post-party and all political leaders in the country to stop the war and reach the peace agreement. South Sudanese leaders should, as we all know, Pope Francis came to South Sudan, and he always a part of person preaching and supporting the peace in the country. But our leaders are not listening to the Holy Pope. So if the leaders of the country are not listening to the Holy Pope, who they will listen to? Like on earth here, Pope is the second God to us, to all of us. But if our leaders are not listening to Pope, to bring peace. Suppose last year there was a picture here. Let me bring the picture when the Pope kissed their feet. Okay. That was the time that would support the leaders should reach the peace agreement and bring peace to the country. But they didn't do that. Pope himself came to country a year ago, or 2 years ago, actually, to South Sudan. And again, our leaders, they did not reach a peace agreement. They're still playing politics. So this is a sad thing, if our leaders are not listening to the Pope. I'm trying to bring that. Anyway, there's no. So, so our leaders. I don't have that picture with me, but I will have it later on. So that is what I want to tell you, and to our leaders, that they need to listen, put their political differences aside, and reach the peace agreement. ARSIS is under life support. And IO right now, they're using White Army to play their proxy war in Nasir. And the issues in Nasir is not, we thought that it's a small thing. It's not a small thing, it's bigger than that. So we need to tell our leaders to listen to Pope. Pope, can you imagine the Pope now? He's natural. He's naturalized. He should not even think about South Sudanese. But he's still praying in his astral bed for the people of South Sudan. Send his delegate. Send his delegate to JUBA to meet to the leaders so that they can stop not to allow South Sudan to go back to war again. So I just want to say thank you, Father Fof. We pray for your always. We pray for you to get better, and I hope the leaders of South Sudan will listen to your prayers. So my next. My next was yesterday. I mean Friday or Thursday. The soldiers, SSPDF soldiers, 8 of them, who escaped from Nasir. They left from Nasir, do their way to Lawnware area, and the White Army Lawnware give them a safety, and then they organized with the government, and then they were brought to JUBA on Friday or on Thursday night. So listen to one of the Major Michael Shirwai. He's one of the survivors of Nasir War, and with his rest of these colleagues. Please listen to him, what he said.
In the two counties. أنا من ولاد يرون. في الياب. رتبة بتاعي ميجر. وأنا ماشي ب2018. يا ده ماشي بتاعي في ناصر. أول استقبال بتاعي أنا بقول على روح قاعد معنا أني ده. بروح بتاع لو. على روح نونا قاعدين هذا بروح بتاع لو. على الدول بتاعنا طلع هناك بيوصل في لو ما بموت بباقينات دي قاعدين من ما بموت عشان أنا مضروب من داخل ناصر في شغلة إنه كده يوم الليلة يلاجع ما عمله شغلة ده كمان ده شغلة بتاعنا بتاع جنوبين بيجوكين يلا كان شاكل معنا ده ما أمون كله ده باجوكين كله في باقينات شاكل معنا على كان شاكل معنا ده الناس اللي بقولي شيء منير وده الناس اللي بقولي شيء ناسول ده شاكل ده شغلة لا أول بداية بتومن بتاوجوم على اللي مرتنين بتومن الشيء وان ولا بقولوا ولا حاجة ده gawang dia ada jadi gubun mantika gawang dia menyen mun ada gubun mantika ala na bugulu sialan arawon mun amul arawon betamantika bara kubar katek lo ita jere bara ma pitarika tabanu mapul gua kan gati aja de ma adat kebir bugulu adat kebir beta be GCF de dewa adat tekar chakal pada de pudu yun betul mun yang de pud yun betal jej deh na pulu ayo dol pulu bukan tibar ala madru buku tibar yala gordonu la de bilel ala tulu betana fai falen besaba bana gol gal de chakala de ma na do pulu tulua betana kan nuna talin fi bar lo kan de chakala bapula chan gal de kullu na gad katol badu ma fi adu betak benadi ta gal tale ku ye chilu murkab ye chi tala ita bara bad tala ita bara ye bul kuta ti la betakum tet bad kuda ti la betakum tet bu kuj bada chan nya kama ti la betakum bad nya kama ti la betakum bu bul gal kala zam si ka yaade si kala be ma chi law yaade kuma bedur ba de be asel hay si ka ma chi law yaade anuna aro failen minu giam betana ala kan group betana kan tala fi bar nuna 40 nafar 40 de kulu talawasi la fi yado kutani jabir jelutani siata nuna la de nuna fadol arba min arba ala kan fadol ku wala de okelo ay fi wala de kudak zaman jilko kudak
في وسط النهار جزاك
kudak nadon
واو
wala de kaman ala bulu aja de ala yen gumaja biya de kwek o kan mun dor barao mun arba kaman be wala da la fadol ata be wala ditim to mafer
بيجيبهم
بيجيبهم من وصول بتاعنا على كان دار تيم نونا داتس ata jauh de bishil adat kebir tani ini ala beji ini de ala beji ke pakatol pinus na be majai warana datas ya de pakatol la chan wata nuna ma bar kulu ma fi yoma nuna dor pe sika de la de dole wosul pe kuren de ya daja ketir atol nas asa bakin na paren kan dor mai mut dol wat ya de ya ta chat ba to wosul pe yan maker da do min wosul pe yan maker de biata chan beta ba tari ka cabab mun gar nya kama asila piya dena ba de gar nya kama asila kan pa dola ti talata asila wala de galba to gata taban nya kama asila be na kan jere chadi galba bi ka gata chan ye gul akhir fara kalat garab dol wat piya betana dol de me pi ga ba nak de ma be dol de me kunu na gulai da tap alla dol do ayam tak lo yinta mana tu biapil deh, makir arpa sila dia ada buruk dole kamar. Kalau tu mana aja bado, makir ya jibu nuna, lah dia nuna usul pe, abang, bong,
main dua
aywa, bado nuna usul pe bong deh, tak bala mulena, kalau na betana jika ma mulena, mujib betana umbari, moya betana masaku, nuna laga umon fi Malayu anat, ma fi dol bulgar arpa lam, dorna beyadena. ligina kwan betana kalat de ada sabab ada begul gebel gala na bicukuron na law mungkin rubuna ba maci be na dala kan matok nuna de bapia den hata na begul mun yen ci bapia jaba na mun jibu ku dol be botul pe law ne wo beji lena ne dol ma botul ni de dol ma botul pe law de dol ma botul pe law be sabab nuna gamine nak de nuna be sele kele nuna ma gabel be murele akhir kel nuna gabel be law felen ya se la dir rubona se de lena la de nuna gabel be law ya de yen alela la de ar kamna be tayara de ma char pa dol ke gaba na de ma de tayara ta fu ko sama u kunda jere be tayara la de ma char pa nuna mi kala na bugul chala de betana bata jonufin kuma fi dola na bugul gal dole batal ku dole keda nuna be chakal ku nuna lisa blim de da nuna chakal bediri nuna lim pata nuna chakal tane de ma u ya de bagata fi lisa fi mal beto lo ita ligi de dol beta nuar ita dol kan ga de na de mata ba gal de dol kan beta nuar kan ka tolni kade be ana be na fi chala na kuno duru be da na bugul be da a chan lo kan kulu gal de be na jang ko de ko nuar ana mata ka ma kan nuna ma ai wa de di da ai kale di da beto Pasa mun ma bi da beto mun arpa nuna cha nuna jenufin nuna yal jenufin ala aja nuna chakal na de beta masulin mun ya de biaro beto mun nuna ma biaro de ada aja ana bekelam pogu ana begul gal ku chukron na law kullu rubu na sat ku mayo damata
This is this is the talk from Michael. Thank you, Michael. You really a nationalist. You see, you suffer. You've been shot. You are wounded, and you and your colleague, your comrade, you walk or you run for your life for a few days without food, without water. As you guys can see in the picture, he lost his weight because he don't have nothing. He didn't have nothing to eat. And you see, this is how the person is. He's a pure soldier, care for his people. It's not all these tribes in where and he don't know. And you listen to what he say. I don't have to explain to it. So my heart, I hope you will quick recovery, and you will. And for those of you in Juba, please find me his contact information. I want to call him. And my next topic is regarding IGAD. If you guys you hear about IGAD last middle of the week, I think it's Wednesday or Tuesday, they have a meeting regarding about what's going on. I have two documents here, and they talk about the recent incident in Nasir. So, and they line out all of this because they see here there some of the South Sudanese that are criticized, especially opposition that criticize IGAD. But this is the thing that they talk about. Here is one of the things they talk about. Let me see here. About the number 6 here says that they put the number of the people that the white army who stormed the Brock, the SSPDF Brock, 600, no 6,000. It says here number 15. The security situation in South Sudan under when marked on the 4th, March 4th, 2025, when the estimate of 6,000 white army combats overrun South Sudan People Defense Force, SSPDF, in Nasir. So, and you have seen that, I'm not going to read all the document, and 6,000, and I don't know, and they brought the people, the SSPDF in that block. I don't know, some people say that it's 400, some people say 1,500. It depends. An estimate of 6,000 of white army overrun the block. And you listen to the Major Michael says that these people, they just came and they need like when they just has like they need that gun. You see. Some of them they kill, and you see that the innocent that person was killed. They kill him and they drag his body on the ground and throw his body into the river. So IGAD is condemned this, and the international community condemned this. Number 12 say here that the most crisis week interrupt early in March 2025 in Nasir. The Upper Nile state has been armed. Confrontation between the South Sudan People Defense Forces and the White Army. These latest devolved clashes have put permanent ceasefire in the agreement in jeopardy. Okay, let's talk about the axis for a second. So the axis is not moving nowhere. The leaders of the country, whether you are IO and IG, so those people, so because the axis is killing the citizen. Okay, some of you. Now the election is coming in 2026, and there's talk about the election will take place in 2026 regardless. There's no more extension. So now the IO is making this proxy war with the white army so that they can create another conflict, so that the election of 2026 will not take place. Okay. So this is really. If this axis will not go nowhere, why is it you held the people of South Sudan hostage? The implementation of 2018 axis peace agreement effectively has succeeded in reducing the large-scale conflict. Significant period allowed the community to make a long-term investment in the development. Number 9, this positive streak achieved through the effort guarantee of President Kiir, the leadership of South Sudan, and implementation of the South Sudanese people with the support of regional and international partners provide a foundation for the further progress toward the lasting peace and prosperity in the building. Okay, so So number 12, the most recent crash held in 2025 in Nasir, Upper Nile. Okay, so all of this, people are seeing that the recent crash in Nasir is a violation of the RCs. Okay, and now the RCs now is nowhere. So the White Army captured Nasir. They are now controlling Nasir, and there is a second wave of violence coming in, because we have seen some of the report that the SSPDF is going back to Nasser, as you hear from General Johnson Willing and General James, that they are going back to Nasser. And so all of this, we need government, we don't need to see the country go back to war. And the leaders who are, especially your IO and SPLIG, the government, you have to find the common ground. Insecurity, the peace agreement is not going nowhere. You guys need to come as South Sudanese. You are not trusting each other. You don't need to see like working hand in hand. And you guys are playing a politic on this. I have seen one of the report before I do that. Let me play this video, because I see one of the press release from the deputy speaker of the House, Patrick from IO. He released a press conference an hour ago. I will read that out to you guys. Before I do that, listen to SSPDF spokesperson.
Good afternoon to all of you. Thank you to different media outlets that have made it to JUBA International Airport. We are at the military VIP. That's the section for SSPDF. I've come here for one very good reason. You recall that on the 7th of this month, Nasir town of Nasir County in Upper Nile State was attacked and overrun by the White Army. After it was overrun, of course, our forces were dislodged. Some were dislodged to an island called Torjoy. Some held up the position for 4 to 5 days. One successful extraction recovery was done by enemies, and the survivors were taken to Malakal. A very fatal extraction exercise was attempted on Friday, which ended in total failure, which resulted in the killing of the base commander, then Major General David Majur, and now who was promoted posthumously to the rank of Lieutenant General. After the forces were dislodged from Nasser, they fled in different directions, and majority of the forces sought refuge in different villages in Wulang County. I also received information that some received protection from elements from the White Army in Nasser County. I'll not be specific by mentioning the villages for their safety. On behalf of SSPDF, I would like to say thank you to all those who had participated in the recovery, protection, and safe evacuation of our servicemen that are here. It took a lot of collective efforts. So from day one, I was appointed or assigned by the Chief of Defense Forces to spearhead the coordination and the rescue operations. And today, I came here to receive our servicemen on behalf of SPDF in general and on behalf of the Chief of Defense Forces, General Dr. Paul Nang. We are grateful to you, all of you, the actors, the media, the leadership at the Bong, Payam level and county, as well as the state under the leadership of Governor Dr. Yagai Kok. We will continue doing our best to bring to safety those who are left in Bong and those who have just arrived at Nirol. Thank you to our able staff from the airport, SSPDF personnel at the airport for their coordination. Warm welcome. I was here at 7 with them. They were with me. They facilitated. They cleared the aircraft. They are around here. Very wonderful team that cooperated. You continue cooperating like that for our personnel that had survived to be brought to safety. Thank you very much.
What about the captain, Okello?
Which
The captain, the one who brought those guys.
The
pilot.
I know the pilot. Sorry, if you could recall at the airport, you know, I gave him a very warm hug and congratulated him for taking the courage. Captain Okello was the one that accepted to take the risk. First, we heard two more aviation companies. One received the money and declined the next day, fearing for his safety because of what we had witnessed in Nasir. The evacuation was planned. When it was executed, the rescuers were shot and killed. So it was a very risky mission. So the first one declined on that basis. The second one declined because he said he was not sure about the safety, how good the Bong airstrip was. But Okello became the hero, decided to take the risk without knowing the conditions at Bong airstrip and saying, okay, even if the White Army is in charge, I will not be deterred by what had happened in Nasser. Of course, we gave him assurances time and time again. I told my brother, Kwat, that to beef security around the airstrip. And by the way, I come from Bong, so he's my cousin. All those who took the operation protecting them, they are my cousins. So the leader of the White Army is my cousin. Bong is my village. I come from Bong village, Bong Payam, Abakoba County. So we took it like it was our personal business in terms of bringing them to safety, because the community did not want to take part in the spilling of the blood. Okay, so they took it upon themselves. And this man was saying that he took risks to protect these people against the wish of the local authority. The local authority in Bong is SPLAIO. And all of them win against SPLAIO in the best interest of these people. And like he said it in Toknal, there was a team sent by SPLAIO from Walgab to go and take them from them. And they said no. We are saying no to you because we are not sure whether you will guarantee their safety and security. So the local population in Bong took a bold decision by standing in solidarity with these people and save their lives. All right, that's a very bold decision that should be appreciated. And they took a significant risk, knowing it is the government that will prevail at the end of the day, because they went against the will of the local administration, a parallel administration, because the areas that are not under the control of the government, they are under the control of SPLIO, and they have parallel structures. They have their own governors, they have their own commissioners, they even have their own MPs. Like there is an MP for Bong County, MP for Bong County in opposition. All right, so you could see they went against all the odds to save their life. They must be appreciated and must be protected, because there might be repercussions. All right. So thank you very much. In a very special way, thank you to all of you. All of you, thank you very much. God bless you.
Major General, could you just clarify how many of them?
There are 7.
7.
Yeah, we are 7, 4, 5 are remaining in Bong. In Nirol, huh? 5 are remaining in Bong. We have 9 in Nirol. So we'll make we would like to appeal to state authority under the leadership of Honorable Governor Riagai Cook to avail the necessary funds for 2 more or 3 more flights, so that the remaining 5 are brought from Bong and the 9 are brought from Nirol. And we appeal to those who might be hearing me that it is a witness from them that the safest place is this area. So all those who might be in different parts of Wulang, if you are able to come with the support, then you arrive Bong, you will be extracted at the shortest time possible. Okay, but don't go against the local population that have been protecting you. If they agree to escort you, we have what we call emergency mobile protection force we have put in place now to be dedicated just to monitor the route that is going to Wolang and Nasir, to be conducting regular patrols so that if anybody shows up, they are brought to safety. So we have put that one mobile protection force that will be combing the bushes for survivors. Thank you.
Okay, so you hear those? Yeah. So right now, so as you guys can know, when the war break out, and when the UN sent into Nasir to rescue the General David Major and his soldiers, White Army went and shoot at the UN helicopter, killing the UN crew member and wounded others. That alone is put into the White Army what they did into even further violation of human rights violation. Now you have heard from Commissioner of Nasser, Honorable James Gallup. Here is what Gallup tell to the news media outlet today. There is a humanitarian crisis right now as we speak in Nasser. Okay, so I'm quoting here from Honorable Commissioner James Gallup. He said that I'm quoting him. He said that the displacement population in Nasser face a severe shortage of food and shelter. And he also warned that the crisis could be devastated for the next coming days, weeks, month to come. And he's calling the humanitarian to make sure that it goes that in the area. Now there is a humanitarian crisis now in Nasser. The civilian now they don't have food and shelter. And the commissioner now is calling out. He's calling out. Now the commissioner is calling out for the humanitarian. And as you see that the White Army shot at UN, killed 2 crew members and wounded others. How do you guys can give a safe haven for the humanitarian to go in help the civilian if there was no safety guarantee? Because White Army is controlling Nasser, right? There's no government there present in Nasser. It's White Army and their proxy, IO. They are the one controlling Nasser. So this is the civilian they always end up are the victim. So before I go ahead, let me give this chance to Welmora in Clubhouse. Well, what do you think about all of this? About
thank you, brother Madit. I saw it. I saw the appeal. But before that, let me greet all the audience of the South Sudan Eagle Media and Lagos State Media Live and Facebook. I greet all of you. I greet those of you who will come and listen to my voice. I greet all of you. I saw that. And I was just wondering, it reminds me of the story of the dog. That long time ago, the dog used to farm. Dog used to make its own food. And at one point, the harvest in the dog kingdom was so good, they were all full. And then they decided that we are too full now, so we're not going to be hungry again. And the dogs decided to burn the warehouse because they had enough food and they said they were not going to feel hungry again. Then they burned the warehouse. And 2 days later, the realities of the life kick in. They were hungry, and now they have no choice but to look for where the man is, where the human being. That's exactly what they did in now. You shoot, you win. Okay, now I wonder when they call for the humanitarian assistance, who are they counting on? Who should, exactly like you put out there, who should bring the humanitarian assistance? In this world, aside from you went. And if the IO and the White Army attack a neutral organization that is not enemy to Nuer or enemy to Dinka or enemy to anyone. They're only enemies to the hunger and the suffering of people. That is what UN fights. They fight the hunger. Then you turn around and kill a foreigner, that white boy. I don't know which continent he comes from, but I know he has a family. And he come to the continent of Africa to try to come and help us. Just imagine what would be the feeling of their people when his body is taken back. And now, the commissioner is calling for a humanitarian assistance. This guy that call himself Noir. If you take the name of a tribe to use as your clubhouse name, at least represent the tribe that you're so proud of. But don't just act so foolish. The commissioner of Nasir is the one calling for humanitarian assistance now. If you don't know it, don't talk. Keep your ignorance to yourself and go and check the news coming from Nasir. Even some of the ladies who are advocating for the violence in Nasir are now appealing for a humanitarian assistance in Nasir. And it is true. The people are suffering. And they're even going to suffer even more. Because even the UN itself, UN is already broke. We have seen the suffering of the people in Kabul. UN barely have enough money to provide water. Our people who are in the custody of the United Nations are already suffering. What was the point of creating a new conflict that will displace our population? There's going to be some kind of dumb, useless animal.
Right, Jacob, how are you doing? Long time, let's see. Report.
Good to see you, Baba Kapanto Appeal.
Apple, I in a poll.
Appeal go by your teeth, which are more than
Okay, you seem like into Lloyd. You seem like into Lloyd. I will give you a chance. Let me hold on.
Thank you.
Well, yes, I have someone here in the studio with me. He's at work, so let us give a chance so he can go ahead. Jacob, Jacob, go ahead and put in your word. You are at work. I won't give this chance to you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Abraham. Madit in Chamother, but Jamton Monjang, while about Jamton Koir.
Jam Kuton Koir.
Okay. First of all, I'm greeting each one of you, and I'm giving thanks to our brother Madit here. The individuals, my brothers and sisters who are in this live video here. Thank you and welcome. What I'm trying to say is, Madit, I'm very thankful to you, and I'm going to be. I'm not going to take a lot of time here. Thank you for your unconditional care that you invite me to, because your live video is very important, and we are trying to find solutions and the way that we can move forward as a country. So, to talk about what had happened a couple of weeks or like 2 weeks ago, our country is not hitting the right direction. So we cannot be taken out tribalism. Hello? Hello? Yeah.
Yeah, Jacob, you seem like you have a network connection problem. Now it's
Yeah,
clear. You can go ahead.
you're right.
Yeah,
You're
yeah, you
right.
could. Yeah.
You're right. Yes, you're right. What I'm trying to say is that we need to stay positive. We are all one family, and no tribe is better than the other tribe. You know, we need to impose positive thinking so that our country can move forward. So we are not enemies to each other. You know, when you are a leader, you bring people together. You bring people together, no matter where they come from, no matter of tribalism. So, and also nobody is our enemy. We are one family that can work together. Am I right, brother Madit? Am I right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You are right. You are right,
Yeah,
Jacob.
yes. We are one family that need to work together so that we cannot be able to intimidate. Okay, we all have rights to live in that country, and when you are a president, you have to think positively how the country can move forward. Okay, Dinka and Nuer and other tribes, we are all good people. Okay, and that's a thing we need to do. Okay, a country cannot be divided. Okay, so the life of your neighborhood is the same life as you have. Okay, so what we have to do to avoid hostilities is to think positively, have a vision, so that our country can move forward. Okay, because what had happened last week, it is unfortunate, and I'm not supporting that, but it was mismanagement. Okay, when you are a leader, you have to think positively, not on the tribal lines, but how the country can move forward. Okay, so and when you are a president, also, my brother Madit, this is what I'm thinking about. When you are a president, you don't think that somebody is your enemy. President Kiir is a good man, but he can find a positive solution to bring back an IO in a peaceful manner. Okay, they are not his enemies. Okay, he can find the reason why they are not happy, and then those things that are defining the movement of IO, that they are not happy, those things they have to be constructive, and then President Kiir and the authorities in the country need to sit down with Dr. Young Machar and IO leaders so that we can talk about the way forward. Okay, so that we can get rid of the negative energy. Okay, and then from there we can move forward as a country. We can move forward as a country. So what I'm trying to say right now is that what had happened last week does not need to happen again, brother Madid. We need to be kind to each other. We need to save life. We are all one family under God Almighty. Okay,
I mean, I mean,
so that's what I'm trying to ask my brother, and I'm very thankful to you. And what had happened last week doesn't have to happen again. We need to save lives, and we need to negotiate. We don't need
absolutely.
war. We need peace.
Thank
Okay,
you. Yeah,
you're
thank you,
welcome.
Jacob. Yeah,
You're
Jacob.
welcome.
Before I let you go, thank you, and that's what the message that we need.
You're welcome.
Our people want this time. As you and I were in diaspora, and the issues in Nasir as pure love by people in diaspora. Okay, because we have seen some of South Sudanese who are doing incitement and supporting white army to do what they did. Okay, while they are in diaspora here, they enjoy their life. Huh? Like you and I now, we are here, we are working, we are our family. Okay, but if your family here, they're having a good life, but people back home that they don't, they have nothing. Okay, if they get 1 meal a day, that would be the burden for them. But our people here in diaspora, they don't see that. They just feel the conflict while they are not there on the ground. Now you see the civilians are suffering. What is your message, Jacob, to the diaspora people who are doing incitement of war back home to see our people killing each other? What is your message to them?
Oh, okay, thank you, brother Madid. Thank you so much, and God bless you. This is my message. In diaspora over here, we are here to save the life of South Sudanese. Am I right?
Right.
And there are two ways. There are two ways. Human beings are not the same, brother. And my message, you asked me a very legitimate question right here. My message is this. not everybody coming to the social media in diaspora to try to promote the war. Okay, some of us are confident, and we can. It's good in your life to tell the truth and to save the life. You can either stand by doing the right thing. So not everybody in the social media is supporting war, especially me. I am not supporting the war, and the reason why I was standing with White Army, to be honest with you, is nothing to do with the Dinka or other tribes. It was impossible that I had to think this way, but it was like they are being marginalized, and then I was positive about it because what had happened last week would have been contained by President Kir Mayadit, thinking positively that if what he has to do can affect the life of the civilian and react positively, and then I would have not be able to complain in the social media, okay? Because the lives of the people in Nasir, it is very important, okay? Disarming civilian is too early, Brother Madid. So the message that I can put across is that you stay positive and trying to bring in what is good for our people, so that we are all united. But when things are not going well, Brother Madid, we cannot sugarcoat anything. Okay, we cannot. We cannot. We have to be honest to whatever we say. Okay, when you are honest with whatever you say and you do what is right, you're always blessed, and you can be a successful person. Myself, I am an open-minded individual who love all South Sudanese. But if I see something that's not right, I can talk about it. Like what had happened in Nasir, you can agree with me. When you are a leader, you do not have to send an army to Nasir and Ulang, and you trying to disarm civilian. That's not right. It's
You
not the
see,
right
the
time.
problem, Jacob, there are misinformation.
It's okay.
There are misinformation because our people always do propaganda. We took that.
Okay.
There was no disarmament, Jacob. Okay, we have videos. We have a video from those General Johnson Woolley and also General James, and they make it very clear that they are not go there for disarmament. Okay,
Okay.
but our people have you are one of the Red Army supporter. Listen to this, because I want to make sure that you guys having a correct information. Okay, so listen to
المعلومات اللي شان بيقول انت اتمردت من SSPDF
ده كذب ده كذب ده كلام الناس كان مره
بس ده
مرة بيجي في هيد كوارترز
ده شو
لا زي ما سيدي انا في البيت ناس يبدا ناس طبعا ناس اللي ماسكه هناك وفي مدافعات وفي شهداء كان لسه ما دخلنا نانا بنرجع كان في مواطن ده بينا نانا بنعرفه طبعا يا حبيبي.
You see, you hear from General Johnson Woolley, there's no disarmament. So I don't know where you are. We getting those information from that. The government is going to disarm the White Army. Okay, and government SSPDF make it clear that those forces are going to do rotation of the forces, because as you hear from the general that the forces that would say that they've been stayed there more than 8 or 10 years in Nasser. And you see that General Major Michael, the one that who just came to Juba, he said that he went to Nasser in 2018. Okay, that's the time that he was deployed in Nasser. So they've been calling the government that we need to go back to see our families. It's been a long time. That's why the government took the action to do rotation. There was no disarmament. But the IO and the people who went, they do that propaganda that these people are going for disarmament. Because in the past, there was no disarmament. Okay. So go ahead, Jacob. You put on your thing, because I want you to have a correct information, because the thing that is out there in social media are propaganda. There's nothing like that. And you hear from those generals that there's no disarmament. They are going there to do the rotation, to let the forces to come back, and then they put the new forces there. So go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Brother Madid. Thank you, Brother Madid. I have a question for you. And thank you for clarification. As everybody here, our brothers and sisters that are watching, I have a question for you. And my question is, if there was no disarmament, as you had mentioned it, what causes an airstrike against civilian in Nasir and Wulang, and we are one family. We are not fighting Arabs. We are not fighting Arabs, and we cannot think negatively. We have to be united and do what is right. My question is, what had caused the airstrikes to destabilize the peace of civilian in Nasir? What was behind it? Because
The
there's no smoke without a fire.
according to the report from those SSPDF, so the White Army were mobilizing, okay, and they are attack SSPDF forces. So the bombardment that you hear, they are not targeting killing, okay? They are just scared them away so that they can go back. Even you can see that the time that they do bombardment, there's no any report of deaths of human or animal. Okay, they just scared them away to go back. That was the reason why. Okay, but according to the propagandists and misinformation in social media, they just took that as a way to mobilize the White Army to attack SSPDF, what they did at the time. And now you see that they kill the UN. That's really bad, right? You cannot kill the UN. If they are the people that they have a good sense, and the time that the UN came and rescued the general with his forces, they should not attack the UN. Okay, but they did. Okay, so go ahead. So I hope I answer your question.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, brother. Another question here, as our viewers are watching. My question is this. Let me say, for example, Madid, that you are the president of South Sudan. Are you thinking positively about what had happened and the airstrike that you would you have done that as a president so that you can scare civilian by airstriking them? Do you think that's a great
Well,
idea?
the civilian, the White Army are not civilian, Jacob.
Let me take this, Jacob.
Okay, go ahead.
But then who is born to think positive and who's supposed to think negative?
You want me to go ahead?
No, not you, Jacob.
Are you listening? There's a guy who won't respond. Are you listening to his voice? Can you hear him?
Yes, Jacob, you kept repeating these two words. We are a family. Think positively. Who told you family members don't hurt one another?
I could not hear it. Like the volume, I could not hear it.
Okay, hang on. It's not getting your volume. Hang on. Let me switch to other device so that you can listen to him. Okay. Well, can you speak now?
Yes.
Yes, I can speak now. Thank you, Madit.
Thank you.
This guy called Jacob here repeated two words here. We are a family. Oh, think positively. You present support.
Can you hear him now,
That's
Jacob?
positive thinking. That's what president was doing before the country.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Citizens cannot just run amok, try to destroy and destabilize the nation. If you are the one who is sympathizing with the White Army, you are the one who is thinking negative. Because if we all rise up against ourselves and against our government, what nation will be there? And who give the White Army a mandate to patrol Nasir? And then you come here, Jacob, and say people should think positive. No, you need to reconsider your view. And your argument that, oh, we are a family. Who said family members don't hurt one another? In the book of Genesis, the first human being to be killed was killed by his own brother. So who told you that family members don't hurt one another? Who tells you? And why do you come and expect the behavior from one side to behave like a family? People like you, Jacob, I'm going to put it in your head. You are the one responsible for this word because you took up with the wrong information, broadcast it in order to agitate the White Army against the state. Who told you that there was disarmament? CDR, General Solomon, came in here. He was interviewed with the what the reason was, and the reason was the rotation of the military. How is that a disarmament? But those of you who want to incite the hatred against the state are the one who went up with the message of disarmament in order to justify why White Army should attack the state. And you come to cry here, oh, they were bombarded. They have to be bombarded. Even more than that can be done. Because you cannot attack the state. Here you are in Michigan, wherever you are, Jacob. Get up, go and attack Pentagon. And see if somebody will deliver a pizza to you. And you talk of thinking positive. Think positive. Know what you're responsible for and what the state is. That is the positive thinking, but we cannot encourage anarchy. And you come and tell people that somehow we should think positive. Why in America here you don't even attack the government? But then why you think there should be some youth in our country who should attack our government? And you think the government should not respond? How? White army who were bombarded, they attacked the boats which were en route to Nasir, and they were still mobilizing more and more to do more damage. So why do you think they shouldn't be attacked? Because they are a family? Why do the family mobilize themselves against the other family members? What kind of family is that? Or what kind of a positive thinking is that? By you thinking that it was okay for the white army to rise up against the state and attack the military installation, and you think that is a positive thinking? No, that is an anarchy. It's not. There's nothing positive about it. And in the same way you behave in America, let all the citizens behave in South Sudan. Thank you. Back to you, Madit.
Okay, thank you. Jacob, you can go ahead and respond that before I let you go because you are at work. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, brother. No, I heard everything that our brother had.
To question that person, brother Madit. I don't know whether she is hearing us here in Clubhouse, if that's possible. But he said it's Jacob, but the sound like a female.
No. He's a man. You can go ahead and ask your question.
Do not worry about the sound of the female, my friend. Just sit back.
To her
Madit,
or to him.
Let me continue to finish.
Hang on.
We talk so much about it.
Yeah.
Hang on, Jacob. He tried to give you a question. Akol, can you have your question? You're about to go back to work, so have your question.
My question is, they talk too much about disarmament that has not even kicked itself even in town of Nasir or in any village around Nasir. Have they not to tell us that Nasir is a different part of the country that don't want to see a national government or soldiers in their region? And that's why they killed those soldiers and whom they overrun them, they outnumbered them. You know, there were like few of them, like 300, you know, and they've been stationed there for years. What from them now to kill them when there is no belly, being surrounded by the SSPDF to disarm the civilian? What justification can she now still talking about here? If it was not something they planned ahead of time that they want to eliminate these soldiers. Thank you, if she can. Because there's no disarmament, you cannot justify anything here. Thank you.
Okay.
By Madid, I just need 3 minutes because I'm still in work. If you don't mind, from my brother.
Okay, go ahead.
مديت تحية ولشعب جنوب السودان كله من عبر البرنامج انجل ميديا المشهور. نحن نشكرك يا مديت لانه بتدي شعب جنوب السودان معلومات صحيحة 200%. طبعا انت قلت واي اصلا المعارض يعني complaining the decision government made it in Muslim bring the book from other countries, especially Uganda. I don't think the whole opposition as Madid. نحن في نيروبي ما عندنا يدخل بما يحدث في الجمعة because الحكومة هنا جيل طويل وكان في يعني اتفاقيات already موجود مع بين حكومة جنوب السودان ويوغندا. فأعتقد ما كل معارضة عندهم رأي في هذا. أعتقد لو كنا قاعدين كنا نصرف التجربة بتاعتي هذه جدا بيكون في اتفاقيات بين الدول في مثل هذه الحالات. ده جواد. حاجة ثانية نضيف للشعب الجنوب السوداني كله تجديد السلاح أو الأمن بالنسبة للشعب الجنوبي ما جديد. الحكومة عمل برامج في 2021 كان في conflict between government and civilian الوراء. يعني رغب حرب ده أكثر من يعني 200 عسكري. والقريب الأمر هو كده يعني مشان ما أتكلم يعني. I don't know now what the difference between Lake State أو Warab and Nasir. Why particularly young missionaries complaining about government initiative in Nasser. This was hopefully Victoria في 2021 لما نجي طلعت تعليمات بتجريد شعب وعراق يا ما اتكلم هسه حاليا لو كان في تجريد السلاح في ناصر ليه فيكتوريا هسه ده يكون ثاني. الحاجة الثانية برضه يعني حاجة المفروض شعب جنوب السودان يعرفوا ناصر واحد من المدن بتاع جنوب السودان ودول بدنا نقوم يعمل كنترول، لا قاعد تعمل كنترول في ويل وعراق في كل مكان، فأقوم لازم يعمل كنترول يعرفوا exactly الحكومة في ناصر لأنه ما في جيش أو ما في جروب معين يفرض نفسه على الحكومة، كلامنا ما بيحصل. فنحن نتمنى كثير يعني يظهر مسؤولية بتاعه في ناصر، وناصر ما يكون عنده different مكان في جنوب السودان أكثر من مدن أخرى. برضه شعب جنوب السودان لازم يعرف معلومة ثانية إنه في جنوبين في أونلاين هم عاوزين تنكر يعني القضية بتاع الحكومة يشيلوا اللي تنكر.
Can you hear him?
No, not really. He's mumbling.
Okay.
I do not hear anything he say. I don't even know what he's talking about.
Okay, so go ahead, Jacob, put in your language so I can let you go.
Okay, my brother Madit, let me tell you one thing here. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest in the side of the universe over here because I am not the guy that sugarcoat anything. You guys need to listen to what I'm going to say. I believe that our country is not going to the right direction, to be honest with you. You are telling me that there was misinformation about disarmament of White Army. It's clear. I understand you and I respect that. But our leaders are not doing the right thing. These White Army are living in their own territory in Nasir. So there's a saying in English, there's no fire without smoke. But I'm not saying
Okay. Jacob, you have network issues?
it up, please, so I can wind it up.
Yes.
And yeah, thank you for being respectful here, and your show held positive restoring orders. So we appreciate that. But no, there's no smoke without fire. We cannot live our life but being divisive and not doing anything right. Like the guy was talking about disarmament. The guy that was asking me question was not being honest to himself. The way his voice was not trustworthy. I could not understand what he's trying to tell us, and he's not making any sense because I will tell. My gut will tell that if he's telling the truth, he's not. So no, to avoid miscommunication, the government need to make sure that they are doing what is right. The White Army were right to. If something happened, I was not there. If something happened and they are in their territory, like I said earlier, there's no smoke without fire, my friend. I don't know everything, okay? I am the guy that stand with confidence, and I love all tribes. I had no problem with Dinkas. I had no problem with anybody. But think if people are not, if the government is not doing the right thing, I will not stand with them, okay? So my question to you again, that you answered the airstrike. That was not good. Civilian cannot be airstrike. That's wrong. On the side of the government, that was very wrong. We all seen it. That was not right. And I agree with White Army. I stood with them because they are there for self-defense, to deny, and they were not against anybody. Okay, they are absolutely have right to defend themselves. If anything had happened, I don't know. I had no idea. So we cannot move forward by doing what's not right. Another one is, so President Kiir brought troops from Uganda. Why? That's my question to you. Why does he hire foreign troops from Uganda and bring them to South Sudan? Is he fighting Arabs or is he fighting where? His own brothers and his own sisters. The same very people who can stand with tomorrow.
This is the problem with you guys. You guys are just doing so much politics, propaganda.
No,
there's nothing. Why you connect? No, hang on.
Listen to me?
Why you connected the issue of Nasir with the Yeah, you coming.
Yes.
Because this is what I'm hearing from you guys in online.
Let me finish.
You will finish. Because what we are saying now, you bring in the Uganda army.
Yes, I did. I
Yeah.
did.
So what is the connection between what happening in Malakal and the post that and the Ugandan troop in Juba?
Okay. If you are denying that, let me leave it to your
No,
hand.
I'm not denying it. I'm not denying it.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm not accepting because
Thank you.
there's no any official document from the government that the Ugandan forces are in South Sudan.
Okay, thank you.
Came out and he said that there's no Ugandan forces in South Sudan.
Well,
so my question to you, as you going to conclude your talk, why is it we jumping around the issues happening in Nasser and connecting with the Ugandan forces? So this is telling me, Jacob, what you are telling me here, you are saying that the White Army have a rebellion. It's not a civil defense. You are saying, yeah? You are telling us no. Now hang on. I will give you. Let me finish. I will give you. I'm trying to set your mind in the right direction, Jacob. Because you seem like your mind is full with you've been feed with the misinformation.
No.
So hang on. I will give you. Let me finish my word, and then you will come in.
I don't think so.
You are telling us that the White Army that who fought with SSPDF in Nasser are rebellions. They are trying to overthrow the government. Okay?
No.
This is what you say.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. No, brother Madit, we know each other, and I respect you. My friend, you need to be honest to yourself. The way I look at you right now, you are not being affirmative. You are not telling the truth. You are sugarcoating anything. I don't like that, my friend. You are a good man, and I will come to your family. We sit down in your house, and I can eat with you and your family. You are
Actually, I never come to get up, and I will come to you guys to sit down.
Yeah. You are not being you are not being honest right here. You are not being honest.
No, I'm telling the truth, Jacob. That's the fact.
No, you are not.
What you are saying here is what you guys have been saying in social media.
No, brother. No, you are not telling the truth. I will not stand with you. I disagree with you.
That's fine. We disagree. That's okay. You can disagree with me. That's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. This is another one. Are there any movement of any arms soldiers to Nasir and Wulang right now or not?
I don't know. I don't know
what do you mean.
I don't know. I have not received any information. I cannot say it because I don't have information.
But you are aware of it. You're trying to deny the reality.
I'm not. Jacob, I don't talk about the propaganda in social media. I will say what I have, evidence, and prove the evidence. If there's no evidence that shows that there are movement of forces, I cannot say it in public because I don't have information.
Okay. So
if you have information, you can tell us there are movement of forces.
Okay.
What I know of, the SSPDF confirmed that they will go back to Nasser. That's what I know.
Okay. I have respect for you. You are a great young man. But can you tell me about who you are? So that I can see exactly your eye contact.
What do you mean? You know me.
I need to know. I need to know about you.
We are in Michigan. You know me. We've been knowing each other for many years.
No. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is what is going to happen. Guys, we need to be honest with each other, and we need to move our country forward. There's no tribe better than the other tribe, my friend. We are all blessed, and we are all good people. Okay, Dinkas, I live with you for 43 years. You are wonderful people. So this negative mindset, we need to block it and put it aside. We cannot move forward if we are not doing what is right. Okay, the Nuer people are not your enemies. And also, I appreciate your kindness. And one thing I want to say, so everybody can hear it, this. If you are truly an open-minded individual, when you are a true leader, you do not create an enemies. Okay, peace would have been achieved over 10 years ago if President Kiir was honest and not being misled by these social individuals. Okay, nobody is your enemy, and IO is not an enemy, and IG is not an enemy. What we have to do, peace will come from the hearts of South Sudanese. It will not come from international communities. What we have to do, President Kiir need to compromise with an IO as brothers and sisters. They may not be happy. So the only way is to conclude this is we need to find a solution that is positive. So there's no need of war here. There's no need of war. So President Kiir has a power to go to Nasir. He doesn't have to fear anybody. When you are a president, you can travel from Juba to Equatoria, okay, from Equatoria to Upper Nile, so that you can visit and see the situation of the people over there, okay. So no, we have to do what is right, my brother Madit. As I have so much respect for you, you are a great man. I know you 100%. Okay, we have to be honest as South Sudanese so that our country can move forward. So we are not doing the right thing.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jacob. And you are absolutely right. Because you and I, we know each other for many years. And the truth has to be said, Jacob. So we need, the history can judge us later on. Because if we stand on the wrong side of history, that's bad. As you said that we need to stand with the people of South Sudan. And that's a true right. But do not inciting with the people that who bring the suffering again to our people.
No. Let me make clarification, brother. Give me a minute, please.
Okay, hang on. Let me give you a chance to Kedip. So
okay.
Kedip, we can come in.
Okay, you know what, Madit? This is what I'm going to say. I am not a close-minded individual. There's a reason why when you see me standing with these people here, I have seen something bigger. It is not because that there are certain tribes. They are being manipulated and they are being scapegoated, and that's not right. So I cannot sugarcoat it as your brother. So I had to stand with what is right. Okay, I cannot be too nice and too naive. Okay,
I am open-minded person. Let us separate things. Okay, the issues going on in Upper Nile or any issues going on, it's not an issue between Nuer and Dinka. Let's separate those things together. Okay. Okay, so the issues, we need to separate things. There's no word, because always when it's something happens, it's always go, this is Nuer and Dinka. No, nothing like that. Okay. So let me give a chance to Akedip. So Akedip.
No, I have one more question, Randy.
Yeah, hang on. Let us give this question. So maybe he have a question for you, and then you ask your question.
Hey, allow him, Abraham, let him ask. Yes, Jacob. Thank you so much.
Okay, Jacob, go ahead, and then go ahead.
Okay.
Akol, the link is down. Akol, the link is down. If you want to join, you can click that link. Yeah, go ahead, Jacob.
Okay, another one is this. Brother Madid, I will have so much respect for you. If there's no more hostilities that I have to see anything, I will have more respectful for you. You denied earlier that there's no movement of soldiers to Nasir and Wulang. I wrote it down in my heart.
No, I'm not denying it. I'm not. Maybe you didn't hear me. I'm not denying. I say I don't have information whether there are movement, there are soldiers in Wulang or not. I don't know.
Okay.
So that's not a deny. I say I don't know. And also for the question too, there is a guy that talked here. He said that you are denying that there's no Uganda force in South Sudan. I'm not saying that I'm denying it. There's official document. There is official from the government saying that there are forces in South Sudan. That will be so I cannot, and that's why we want to be very cautious.
Okay.
We need to know. We will not take things that are not confirmed. Official confirmation from the government. That's what I go on. I cannot just come here and take what people say in social media.
We will see. Thank you. We will see. I love people, my friend. I love people. I am not a tribalist in my heart. Actually, I'm a nationalist. But when things are not right, I don't like it. When things are not doing better, when people are not going right and not telling the truth, and I don't like that, because no tribe is better than other tribes. We are all equal. We all have right to live peacefully, and there's no hostilities allowed. So I believe in peace. But my last, it's not a question, but it's just a clarification. That the government is not doing the right thing. Why are they putting like IO? Those 11 people or 22 people that has been put to detention in Juba. Why are they doing things like that if we need to move forward? What do they do? What did they do wrong?
Okay, so what I know, most of those people who are detained are released. Okay, so that's what I will answer your question.
I had no idea. I don't know.
Most of them they've been released.
Yes.
Okay. So, Akedip, you can go ahead if you have a question for Jacob. Jacob, I don't want you to get in trouble at work.
Okay, brother Madit, Abraham.
Oh, I said I don't want to get you troubling at work, so I will. If you have a question to Jacob, you can ask, so you can go back to work.
Yeah, thank you so much. Abraham Madit, I have listened to Jacob, my brother. So what Madit mean here is to just he need ideas. He doesn't look for a solution. He just need all citizens of South Sudan to give the ideas and to look for into solution. What will happen to our country? But you guys, what I have just noted, you guys, you are believing in propaganda. Currently, I'm in South Sudan, and our citizens they just bring up something negatively, not to knowing that this thing will harm our citizens. By the way, our government doesn't mean he take the SSPDF there in Nasser for disarmament. Nasser is a county within South Sudan, just a small country. Every county citizen SSPDF is there. SSPDF is located there. So they don't want any disarmament. They just want there to stay there to serve the citizen of Nasser County and William County. They don't mean to harm them. They don't mean to do other things. So I know that you guys. They say some people are saying that it is Dinga who is fighting White Army. And who formed White Army, my brother? Yeah, can you please tell me the truth? Who formed the White Army? I just want to know this question. Some people just comment here that it is Dinga who is fighting White Army. I don't understand. Can you clarify something so that I understand?
Thank you. I think that's a political reasoning. I had no idea why people are thinking like that. I had no idea. To be honest with you, I don't know how to answer your question. But what I believe is that you, my uncles, are not doing the right thing. You are not doing the right thing. The country is falling apart because of you guys. So you are not doing the right thing for the country. You are standing together. You are aware of it. You know what you are doing. Um, uh, Meeting behind the door in Juba, and other tribes, they have no clue about what's going on. Mostly, I will blame you, because if you were doing
Yes.
the right thing as a majority, our country would have moved forward to do what is right. Human beings are skeptical, okay? Whatever they are
Yes.
doing is none of your business, and people do a lot of things that we may like, we may not like. So no, my uncle, you are not doing the right thing. That's why our country is falling.
Yeah. Thank you, Jacob. So every country has a challenge. So people sit down and bring up the challenges and address it in positive way. But some people here they just bring other things negatively. Like you guys, instead of you to sit down and bring something that's positive so that we have peace, and we are bringing something negatively. So this thing will affect us. That's we need to sit down as a citizen and look into it so that we bring something positive so that we have peace. We know
Thank
every
you.
country has challenges, even not South Sudan alone. Other countries they have challenges, but they have to sit down and bring something positive to have peace. But now, our citizens also have a hand into this one, not the government alone. For us, we have a lot of issues. We believe into propagandas like you are talking of Dinga fighting White Army. You are talking of Nuer and Dinga tribe, and we are also Sudanese. We don't believe in this tribe or other things. We need to have peace. We don't want to do this tribalism or other things. If we do this, our country will not be in peace. We will be keep violent every day. So we have to kick all this nonsense away, and we sit down and bring something positive. We encourage our youth. We encourage our youth so that they not believe in tribalism. Even even some children were talking why they were asking when they kill some soldier there. Why do you kill this guy? They say that this is Bargadar. That is nonsense. That is not good. To tell the children that this thing is Bargadar and we are all country, we are all South Sudanese, that thing is not good. Even it is not good. It doesn't make sense. We need to keep telling our children to have peace, to tell that we are South Sudanese. We are not we are not tribal country. We are only one nation. One nation. No Dinka, no other things. That's the only thing we need to tell our youth. But now you are just telling that this thing is a Dinka and where now how do you expect peace to come in South Sudan? This peace will not come. And some people are
Thank
believing
you.
that the Uganda troop is there in South Sudan. This is a lie. It's a lie. It's not. It's not. It's not true. Thank you so
Okay,
much,
can
my
I
friend.
say something?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I'm going
Yeah,
to say,
go.
and our brother Abraham Madid is here. My brother, thank you for your understanding, and I have heard everything you say. If we need peace in South Sudan, if we need peace in South Sudan, so that we will not be able to see white army interacting differently, we, the government need to, the government need to have an intervention with an IO, especially Gadwidwal. Those people who are rebelling, the government need to have a positive mindset, because these people are not our enemies. You need to find the positive mindset, what makes them not happy, so we can bring them back and talk to them. Okay, in life we agree to disagree. So for us to have like a positive understanding about what's going on, so President Key need to bring out the positive outcome, so that he can invite IO and bring them to the government, so that he knows their intention, why they are not happy, and why they are rebelling, and that will stop hostilities. Okay, so and then our country will be once again. But we need to pay attention also. The interest group, international communities, they are very intelligent. If we don't know what we are doing, they can take advantage of us. Especially President Kiir and Dr. Riek Machar, they are brothers. A couple of days ago, I came across this picture. Both President Kiir and Dr. Riek Machar. And President Kiir said that I smell something. And Dr. Riek Machar said, yes, I smell something also. Well, the house was burning and they were fighting each other. So if you smell something that's not right, then why don't you fix the thing that is burning the house? That's a problem right there. Because the interest group can cause division between Dinka and Nuer and other tribes, so that they can get minerals and whatever they need. And then the conclusion is that these people, they don't know what they are doing. We need to stop that, and we need to work together. No matter a Nuer or a Dinka or what, or IO, IG, White Army, it doesn't matter. The solution are there on the table. Okay, I'm being honest with you here. The solution are there. When you are a leader, you think positively. When you are a leader, you bring all people together. Okay, you got to have a positive energy. Okay, the consequences of tribalism are not good. Okay, tribalism can make you sick. It's like a leprosy. And hatredism also is another disease. So to avoid all these things here, we need to work together and being honest, and bring positive change to our societies. So how can you feel that other communities are suffering, and then other communities are living a peaceful life? That's not right, you know. So the moment you start mistreating people, you are mistreating the universe at the same time. Don't you see that? You need to know that. Whatever you are doing to your neighbors, your friends, your dinkas or Nuer or Bari, when you are trying to hurt them, you cannot be successful. You need to stand in the light and do what is right, so that our country can move forward. So I appreciate our brother Madid for being kind, and for being trustworthy. Thank you for the time, and thank you for your understanding. And I appreciate you. I had to stop over there. So we need to work together.
Okay, before I let
Yes,
you
we
go,
need to work
Jacob,
together.
there's a question coming from Call. He's asking you that, Jacob, what would be the future of South Sudan if we, the citizen of this country, keep blaming each other?
Okay, the, that is a great question. uh, the only solution is that we need to be united. That is one thing that is destroying South Sudan right now. We need to be united, no matter whether Dinka or Nuer. They are the two largest tribes. They need to stop their differences and come together, because um, the Western countries also, in life we are being tested. You can go to school, and if you do not pass exam, you cannot move forward. Individually, personally, all of us, we are all going through trials and temptation, and the only way that you can overcome them is stay positive. Okay, and then stay well grounded. So to answer my brother, the only way that we can avoid all these things here, all South Sudanese across the country, they need to be united, no matter what. So we need to step aside and leave our differences and put them in the trash. All negative energy has to be put in the trash and be left outside by the doorpost. We don't need it. If you needed it later, you can go back and take it home to where you are. So we need to be united and do what is right. No need of IG, no need of IO. Well, the president, the president of IG and IO is okay. We can agree to disagree, but what we don't need to encourage is here is war. We don't need war. Okay, so we need to be united. We are not going to be united if we are not seeing Western countries and their intention, because that is what is fueling the energy for South Sudanese to fight, because it's like a temptation, and our leaders, they know, they are aware of it, and they abuse it. So we need to avoid that. Okay, once we avoid that, then we can stand together as one family, so our country can move forward. Okay, the Western countries are very intelligent. They know what they are doing, and because we have oil and minerals, they can take advantage of us through Dinka, through Nuer, through whoever. We need to avoid their consequences. Okay, so we need to love each other unconditionally. Okay, people are living peacefully in Upper Nile. We don't need to hear more hostilities. Let them live there. I never seen anybody going outside and attack anybody. That's good. Okay, so we need not to sugarcoat anything. We need to live a rightful life so that we are successful South Sudan. So that's what I try to say. So we are not enemies to each other, my friend. We are not enemies to each other. We are one family.
Okay, thank you, Jacob.
You're welcome.
Magak Benjamin, welcome. How are you?
I'm okay, brother Madit. Thank you.
Yeah, brother, welcome.
What about you? How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. Yeah.
Jacob, receive my greeting.
Yeah, welcome, brother. Yeah, welcome.
Okay. Actually, I want to begin by greeting everybody that is online watching us. Before I step to how Jacob started his statement before. You know, the issue of Nasser in Upper Nile. So it is a very big issue, by the way. It is not something small that should be left to individuals. The way it started from the month of February to the March up to now, it was very hazardous, and of course, it is something that needs us in particular as citizens. Either you are Nuer or you are Dinga. If actually you don't like people to go back to the war, so we need, let me say, a full effort to make sure that what is taking place in Nasser should be dismantled. And how could it be dismantled? It has to start from the citizen of Nasser, who are the top politicians that are basing in Juba. And I'm very sure that Nasser is one of the county that is basing in Upper Nile. There is a governor in Malakal, of which the commissioner of Nasser, which before I've heard his statement before Jacob joined you. I heard that like he's requesting the humanitarian assistance to visit Nasser so that to support people. And of course, it is not a surprise. This is not a surprise. They are part of South Sudan, and Nasser is also one of the county that is among the other counties that are part of South Sudan. This is not the first time such incident started. It has started since. But as a citizen of this country, you, my brothers that are outside, we actually need, let me say, a joint effort. Huh? And how could this joint efforts get to be started? It has to start from the people that are born in that land to either put their support to the government. The government that actually they are seeing as maybe a base of one tribe, and of course there are some that are saying that the government is not a one tribe, is not a one tribe government. It is a government of all tribes, because in South Sudan we have 64 tribes, and these 64 tribes, they have opportunities to get to the side they wanted. Either they wanted to join IOs, or they wanted to join other parties, or SPLM-IG. It is their concern. No one is restricted to be in any party. Why do I have to mention all these things? Because I will bring to the points why I join you guys, because I've heard a lot of things which Jacob have mentioned, and of course these are the things that made me to join you. My brother Jacob, what happened in Nasser? You know, you are outside. How the genesis of the problem, though you may be hearing what have happened in the first day, I think you never get the full information, because the first information you never get it. And I, that is in South Sudan, I may say that I might be the best person that got the first information before you, and as well to the other citizens that are outside, that are also abroad. Why do I have to say this? Because I'm seeing the statement that you have said before, that why should the government be in place to start striking the citizens that are in Nasser, and this citizen, they are the part of South Sudan. Why should the government do so? I want to question you with one thing, and I wanted you to just answer me, because this conversation is not, maybe I'm not taking side, by the way. Don't take me that I'm taking side, because I'm not happy about what happened, but I want just you to answer me before I go to my statement. I have a question for you. Are you ready for it, Mr. Jacob? Okay, my question is like this.
Unmute yourself.
Okay, okay. My question is very clear, Mr. Jacob, and I wanted you to answer it before I go further.
Yes, go ahead.
You have mentioned before that the citizen of Nasser, they have had the allegations about the disarmament, that there is a disarmament that they have had that is going to take place. That is why they prepared uh, to defend themselves. Okay, why should the White Army should feel very uncomfortable if to the matter they have heard the disarmament is going to take place in Nasser? Is it not the government that is going to disarm them, or are they not part of South Sudan?
Is that
And
is that
why
your
and why
question?
should and why and why should they be refusing to be disarmed?
Is that is that your question?
That is my question. The disarmament is
Can I?
not is the disarmament. This is not the first time the disarmament started in, let me say, in the side of Nasser. It has been taking place even in Warab, even in the other side of Lagos State. The disarmament has been taking place.
Okay.
Okay,
Can I answer your question?
you answer my question.
Okay, I will absolutely answer your question, and my brother, welcome. And let me tell you this: your question does not make any sense. Your question is not professional. You are not asking me a legitimate question, and I will ask you, and I will answer it this way: what kind of government are we talking about, and what kind of disarmament, as you asked me, that government, do you think that the government does not have right to disarm civilians in Nasir? There was a wrong timing. You are wrong about that. That is not the right time to disarm civilians. And also, it cannot be only Nasir or Ulang. The disarmament need to come to South Sudan across the whole country, okay? But now we are not at peace, okay? Civilians are fearful. There's no freedom of movement. So the disarmament that the government is doing is absolutely unprofessional. There's no unconditional love on it, and they are wrong about it. They're short-sighted, and that's not right. So if the disarmament that I have to agree, that I have to support, it has to go through all Warab and all Equatoria and everywhere, especially if the government want to disarm somebody, let the government disarm Murle. Because Murle are the one giving us headache 24/7, killing people and children and women and elderly. That is the first step that the government has to be convinced and be able to do what is right. So what happened in Nasir, disarmament of Nasir, I do not support government to disarm civilian in Nasir. That is not fair. It doesn't justify anything. The endurance is wrong. We cannot do things like that. It was not the right timing. I hope I answered your question, and that's not right. I disagree with government. Nasir cannot be disarmed like that. I am not refusing. However, I'm not refusing to disarm civilian. but it has to go through the channels of professionalism. By doing the right thing, we don't have peace in the country. We are not understanding each other. We are subdivided in tribalism, haterism that doesn't make any sense. Okay, and then the country is not at peace. So we kind of a government is trying to disarm people from Nasir, and not within the whole country. If President Kiir is disarming civilian, it has to be the whole country, my friend. I will agree with you. Then that's the right thing to do. So it doesn't make sense. And you are not asking a legitimate question. However, I have respect for what you say. That's not right. I disagree with it. That's wrong.
Okay. Actually, thank you for how you have answered me, because
You're welcome.
the
You're welcome.
conversation is not going to be so long, because that that is what I wanted to hear from you, because actually we are brothers. Nuer and Dingas, they have never been, let me say it, full enemies. Like me and you, we don't know even what our politicians are fighting for. If actually I went maybe to the place where you are now and I meet
Okay.
you, you'll be the first person to take me to where it's possible to sleep in, right? Huh? You'll be the first person to take me to where I can sleep. If actually I maybe I may happen to travel abroad today.
And
I do not.
Let's say this one, Jacob. Jacob, before you come in, Jacob, you and I, we are in Michigan. We are Michigander. We are in the US. My question to you, Jacob. Yeah.
Huh? Huh?
Yeah, go ahead. You pause. You pause.
I'm
Go ahead.
coming. I'm coming with.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm coming with it. I'm coming. Yeah. Now, Jacob, you have even heard that the commissioner of Nasser is now requesting humanitarian assistance. What do you have to say about that? Is the commissioner requesting the national government? Is the commissioner is requesting the national government for humanitarian assistance, or is he requesting the, let me say, like the humanitarian assistance, like UN and other humanitarian assistance?
What
You
is
are
your
saying
question?
you are saying that
I do not
what
understand you. What are you trying to say here, my brother?
I'm saying. I'm saying. My answer is okay. You have answered it, and I'm not going further that. There is something we have had before, but I didn't get it very clear. The commissioner of Nasser is now requesting humanitarian assistance. Do you support that?
Yes, I do. I do support that, and that is why, and 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 that's why South Sudan is not doing the right thing for civilians. Um, I support that, yes,
If you do
because we
support that,
love each other and we try to do what's right for all humanity. They have to be supported because I had mentioned it earlier. There's no smoke without fire. Okay, the cause of all these the cause of all of these impossibilities are something that come to light, and I don't know what causes it. Okay, it wasn't from Nasir. It's real. We've seen it all worldwide. We have seen what is happening. So these civilians or citizens, they need to be supported. Yes, I do. If the government has right, they have to support them. They are not their enemies.
Excuse me, Magak.
okay.
Excuse me. Let me ask Jacob. Okay? Yeah, my brother Jacob. Just want to understand which side are you now? I don't understand. Are you from White Army or North side? I don't understand your side. Which side are you defending? I just need to understand now.
Thank you. Wow, that's
Yeah.
that's a wonderful question. I'm gonna be clear to you under God Almighty, and I have reasonable and evidence. I'm gonna tell you my side story right now. Everybody will hear it, and I stand with it. I approve it, and with evidence, and I'm not backing up from it until I see something right in South Sudan. I am an IO. I support Dr. Yema Chateng, and I have
All right, all right.
evidence. I have evidence that I can even write the book about it. I have evidence that are known, and the Lord Almighty stand on my side. It's nothing to do with Dinka, but I have evidence about it because Dr. Yomachar has a vision. Okay, so that is where I stand. But for me to stand with government, I'm not seeing anything right that is taking our country forward.
All right, thank
Okay,
you. Another question: Do you think Dr. Riek Machar is doing the right thing to the citizen?
Dr. Yumashar hasn't done anything wrong. He's a politician. Okay, he doesn't do anything wrong, my friend. You gotta be open-minded individual. Okay, he doesn't do anything wrong. Why would you blame him for something you don't know? What are you talking about? What did he do?
All right. Okay. What about, do you remember to 1991 and 2013,
Do not even talk.
2016?
Do not even talk about 1991. We are here as one family, and the most important thing as a human being, as South Sudanese, things happen, and we need to forgive each other. Forgiveness is the way forward. So do not talk about
Okay. Okay.
1991.
Thank
Do
you.
not take us back. We are moving forward.
All right.
2013 through 2016, it was not Dr. Yomachar fault. It was President Kiir Machar. It was President Kiir's fault. To be honest with you, nothing to do with Dr.
Oh,
Yomachar right there.
all right. All right. Thank you. Oh, Magag, now you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
okay,
Thank you
yeah,
for
thank
the.
you, gentlemen. Jacob, there is a question has been asked to you from Jacob. Jacob is asking you that when is the right time for disarmament in Nasser? Jacob,
Okay.
your reasoning should be the whole nation disarmament, period. Don't get frustrated easily, brother. I heard there was not a disarmament from SPLA spokesperson, which is SSPDF spokesperson, one of the Nuari son few days ago. When received left behind, SPLA soldiers military in uniform. So go ahead and answer his question.
Oh, his question is, can you repeat it again, brother? I need to make it
Yeah,
precise.
Jacob. Yeah, he's asking you. It's
Okay.
on the screen. See on the screen, on your screen. See that. So he's asking you that when was the right time for disarmament in Nasser?
Well, there's no right time because there's no right time because we South Sudanese, we live in we live in fear. There's no unity in us. There's no reconciliation in South Sudan. So there's no right time to disarm them. Okay, I am not going to talk about that because it does not make sense. I know we are a young nation, and I'm not blaming anybody, but there's no right time to disarm them. The right time that you can disarm Nasir civilian is when Dr. Riek Machar and President Kir Mayadit are united. Our united rank, with including an IO, because we are not enemies here. We are one family, okay? So we cannot judge. We agree to disagree. So what I would support to disarm, in order to disarm civilian in Nasir, all these two forces need to come together, forgive each other, okay? And find out the evidence why we should be together,
you keep
so that
repeating
there's no
civilian.
need of any hostilities in the country. And then the security has to be set up across all 10 states, okay? And the policeman has to be dispensed. The policeman has to protect all civilians so that they can make business, so that they can, the Nuer from Akobo can go to Warab, from Warab they can go to Unity State, from Unity State they can go to Equatoria without fear. Once that is done and civilians are safe and they are secure and we are united and there's no problem and we love each other, then therefore the conclusion would be to disarm all South Sudanese, not only Nasir. I would agree
Okay,
with that.
question to you, Jacob. You keep repeating civilian. If you are carrying a gun, now you call it civilian?
At this time, Brother Madit, to be honest with you, you are talking with a man who is well informed over here too, my friend. I love people and I do not sugarcoat anything. I have qualities of leadership. At the same time, I'm not better than anyone. Yes, right now, because since our people are living in fear, because you know the Murle people, they always attack people. Things can happen. Civilians have right to have guns in their communities to protect their children if anything happens. It's nothing to do with the government or IO
Right.
at this time.
If you carry your own weapon, in peaceful means you cannot go and attack any community or any person, is fine. But White Army have his own, they have a weapon and they want to attack SSPDF. So this is not called civilian, Jacob. because you are not having the information. Because what happened in outside is very bigger. Is bigger than what you are saying here. Jacob, you and I are in America. For instance, for example, Jacob, if you go right now, I to speak, and you go on the street, and you have your handgun with you in your car, and the police is stopping you, and you have a gun in your car, and your gun you didn't register it, will you get in trouble with police?
We are both in the United States and will not have. I don't have answer about what you say. So we are not telling the truth over here, and we are not understanding each other. There is insecurity in South Sudan, my brother Madit. I don't know how to help you out. So the country is not working together. There's no government, civilians are suffering. I don't know how to answer your question. That's not right. Things are not
Let
going
me
well.
come.
You are
Let
not
me
convincing
intervene.
me.
Yeah, go
Convince
ahead,
me.
Maga.
Be professional so that I know exactly what you are talking about, because I'm confused.
Yeah, yeah, Jacob. You know, you say that there is too much instability. Let me say it when it comes to the security in South Sudan. I myself, I'm in South Sudan actually, as Madit, and you are abroad. What is happening here at first? Once it happened, we are the first people to receive the information, the first information before it reached you. What I wanted to say is this: when you go to Lagos State now, like for example, in those days you used to have that Lagos State was not ever the peaceful state all over the country. When it comes to where there is a let me say it, when it comes to where there is security instability, but since the appointment of Honorable Rin Twain has brought a lot of strategies in place, whereby now there is a restoration of peace among the people of Lagos State. So in Lagos State now, you can sleep everywhere. Whenever you are moving, you can move from wherever you came from, and nobody will touch you. You move with your cows, you move with your goats, and you are free to do your business. So everything is going on well. Even we have even some of your people. They do came from the other side of let me say of Nuer, and they visit the other side of your release. Huh? They came with their cattle, selling them, and they are even staying with those cattle keepers that are from Yerulis. I can say that don't generalize the country, that the country is not at the stable. Let me say seat. There's only some parts in South Sudan that are having crisis, but some areas within South Sudan, I'm very sure that they are peaceful. So what you are saying is this: you as Jacob, you need also to be in touch with
Oh,
people that are on the ground,
you are
so
talking
that
about something
whenever you
peacefully.
are
Wow.
whenever you want to defend something, you will defend it when you know you have received the right information from the right source, from the reliable person. Instead, you should defend what you have not seen from your eyes, because sometimes it's very good to be the person that could speak from what you know very well. Otherwise, if you are asked with evidence, so you can provide. So what I'm saying is this: let's come back, because the conversation that we are doing here, we are not arguing so that we could not find a solution. We are arguing so that we could find a solution. We should be the part of the solution, because we are the part of South Sudan. The change cannot come from the majority. It has to start from you, Jacob, plus Medit, and then I, and then the rest will come in. It has to start from Riek Machar, and then to Salva Kiir Mayadit. Riek now is in Juba. Salva Kiir is in Juba. They are joining. They use even to sit on the same table and they eat together. Unlike what you have said, that the people are not in one place. Riek and Kiir, they are in Juba. They use even to eat on one table. Whenever they are doing security, let me say security meetings, they use even to share the same water. Huh? They are in Juba. Plus other people, other top politicians of the SPLM IO, they are in Juba. People have peace. But is that we need to make sure that the incident that happened in Nasir, you need a joint full hand, so that at least that incident should not happen again. I think you have even heard from President Kiir addressing a statement. He said that he's not going to take the country back to the war again. Though there are so many people that have lost their lives in Nasser, and these are the loyal soldiers to be the SSPDF soldiers. They are not the soldiers from, let's say, from tribe. They are soldiers from South Sudan, and that is why they are called SSPDF soldiers. They are not from Ding, and they are not from Nuer, and they are not from Bari, and they are not from Acholi. These are called South Sudan Defense Force, defend people forces. Okay, they are the forces which are made to be deployed in any area in the country. Okay, what I'm saying, we need to unite it, and the unity has to start it with us. And how do we have to do it? Like, for example, you who is there, you need to be embracing, you need to be sending messages to the people that are here so that they should unite it. Instead, we should be embarking on what cannot bring the solution.
Okay.
The unity is the way forward, then war.
Okay. You know what, my brother, I am very thankful to you, and your message is clear. Then you are telling me, that nothing had happened in Nasir, so therefore we don't have to talk about it. If there was nothing happening in Nasir, I don't think I would have been talking to you in a social media over here. So you are telling me that nothing happened and in Nasir and there's no cause of it. I support the unity and I support the real peace, not the one that we're talking about, but it's not in our heart. I do not believe that. So you are telling me in Nasir, people die over there, or something came up from the heaven and things were not right. I'm not supporting I am not supporting the hostilities. Whatever happened in Nasir over there, I wasn't there. I had no idea. I don't support it. But you are telling me that there's no cause of what had happened in Nasir. There's no cause of it. So it just happened. Does it just happen? We all seen it internationally, worldwide. So you are telling me that nothing happened in Nasir? And what are the causes? There should be causes. That causes differences. Okay? So, but you know what? I'm not even talking about Leg State here. I am very proud of Ring Twin. I'm very proud of him. He's an open-minded leader, and I'm very proud that he provides security in Leg State. Wonderful man. And the same mindset supposed to be transferred to all 10 states at the same time. But our leaders in Juba, they are not doing the right thing, and they are the ones subdividing us. Okay, so that now people are suffering in Upper Nile, Equatoria, Unity State. That's not right. We cannot live life like that. Seeing your own brother and your sister doesn't have nothing to eat. Okay, we are all one family. Dinka and Nuer are powerful. They are blessed. Okay, there's no need of all this insecurity. Okay, a leadership. When you are a leader, you have to look at the bigger picture. Okay, so you talk about Leg State earlier. I appreciate that. Well, I'm very proud of it that Rin Twain, he has done so well. Okay, I do not worry about that part. I'm so happy that those people are living their life right, but not on the other part of the country. We are suffering, and then the question is why. Okay, so something happened in Nasir, but there has to be cause of it, my brother. There has to be cause of it. Okay, that we have seen it, that there was an air strike trying to bomb the civilian from the air. We have seen it, all of us here. That was not right. We cannot do anything like that, and that's the reason why the civilians were not happy. Okay, they're trying to protect themselves, and they don't know what they are doing, and they're trying to make sure that they are safe. Okay, they are good people. If there is a proper leadership, things like that would have not happened. Okay, if there's a real leadership in South Sudan, the arm like that cannot be seen today. But because of tribalism we have in us, we don't love each other. Then that's the reason why things has to change, so that we can do anything right that can build our nation. So we can stand together and do what is right. Okay, so Lagos State is not the whole country, but there are other people suffering somewhere, and that's not right. Okay, I am not a president of South Sudan. I am a normal human being. normally who live here in America. But I support a positive energy. I support what is right for our people. Okay? The independent of love. So we forgive each other. Earlier you talked about 1991.
Okay.
You should have not
So,
brought it up, my brother. You should have not brought it up.
okay, Jacob,
1991,
we
we
are
don't need to talk about that.
1 minute, so we are about to run out of our time. So go ahead, finish on 1 minute. These are the, you see that, are you seeing that picture, Jacob?
Huh?
Are you looking at the picture on the screen?
I have seen that couple of times, Abraham. I am not
So
worried
those
about
are
it.
civilian, right? Those are the civilian you are talking about. They are
Yeah,
armed to
I've
the
seen
teeth.
that a lot. I don't care about it. I don't know
Yeah,
what's
they
going
are
on
armed
there.
to the teeth, Jacob. They are armed to the teeth, and you are called them a civilian.
Well, you have seen it yourself too, right?
Yeah,
Do you
I've
see
seen
that
them.
picture?
So that's why I said they are not civilian.
So, what are your thoughts about it? What are your feelings? What do you think?
Well, those guns that you see, those civilian like that, they're wearing civilian clothes in the day. So at night they are wearing uniform. That's unacceptable because they are the one who bring insecurity in Nasir.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Daddy. Yes.
They are bringing insecurity in Nasir, and also they are using IO. As you are support of IO, they are IO using them as a proxy war, and that's not good. Anyway, let you are at work, Jacob. I don't want you to be in trouble. Go ahead and put in your last
No,
word, and
no, Abraham.
put your last word.
Abraham.
Yeah, go ahead and put in your word so I can call in the day. Go ahead.
Okay, Abraham. There's no trouble over here. There's no trouble over here. I work. My job is really secure. There's nothing to worry about it. I'm a very positive individual, and then I believe in reality and peace. So my conclusion is this: you as my brother Abraham Madit, you have seen that picture. You brought it up. You know the consequences of it. You are aware of what's going on and the tension that's going on in our country. My final message to all South Sudanese is this, or my final message to the leaders in Juba is that we do not need to create negative energy, and we do not need to be divided. Nobody is your enemy. We are not enemy to each other. We are not. Okay? We are not. If you look at
ngan
the
cha
bigger
nga boy
picture,
ron ya
I'm calling for peace and unification that is real. So such kind of arms will be avoided. Okay, so that we can work together. Our people need to eat and they need to make their own business. And investors can come to South Sudan. So we need to leave our difference aside and work together as one family and do what is right.
Okay, thank you, Jacob. Listen to that advice from Stephen Boyronyang, and he's speaking from us. So listen to him.
rai ma la de ma ku ga no ra dia especially in no ra kon de is a ngan cha nga boy ron ya rai la de ma la de ku ku ru ma ga nasar na terrible ku ra da ne to ga 2013 ya sha to ma de ga na daga na rai lo ga ya ga na ga jikan ko no ra dia go ta no ra wanda yu ko ru ma dan bo ke ta no ru ko ga makal ana na riu ne no wanda kon tar ko kan ko yo ma shar dan ko lo wanda shap la chal ma wadar ngan goro be lwetin ko na na menan ko wadar mi koro ya jama sha ga yenora wadar mi ka shap de den shi ne ken shi rebel movement lakin mo ga mobilize ji america ba mo mobilize ne ro ji ayo an kon wan yi go kuma nana mo che goro ai me ga no na yangan mata won ta ne ron wani an contact ne ko na kon de ben ka po de ko mu ka ye e jo la ngan wadar mi ka shap de ten shi ne ken lakin wadar mi go bala askari jala askari ke yanji wadar mi kon daga nasar ke ta kon dare law ta ga movement nan wani ta ayo tin ta kit gwangar we dole ta movement dole tuta tin ka ta movement chol ga jan sin ka news Peter news show ba ta ga mu ko kuma ma rodun ka mu na to na bi ye na kuma kana mu man da kon ti la ye ko anai la ye ko kuma kana da to rebel te kon shala mu man te kon ta ga objective target ko kan ana ko na kuma ta wuya ba wuya shi ye na sharp ga kuma te le sharp te ye ga kuma sela wes ko ba ta sira kuma ko na kuma ga no ye ga kuma je ye kana kuma don ko an rebel mu man to na charo ye no kuma ba bi wuya ga kuma lakini obi chab ya ratul ya buri ye go kuma na ma golo ko no wo ro dan ko me yaga no ra go ye kuma an chab tel ka adam mate ga ma joy no kuma ra ka wes kuma joy ra rebel movement lakini I support go ma goro koro ma rodun ka ayo ma rodin go group no ken ya yo aji kuma te ye go kuma do ana ko na ma che chi ye na yenge jang ko jang ya go je wi na ga rodin jang ko ba ma awu char ye jang kan no ran ye thona wal koran lakini no ye kum ko ne kum ya ye mo shar ma sidi ar la kan shola dolu ka jara janna na ran kuma ata ye ne jang ke ye ne na kuma ko ne da ka la kuma ta nuwar tin ta ji ko juba tin ngana tin tu del ja ko daga ka biya shola ye na kon ga jang biya ko la je ne ka rodien ka karo we nuwar ko ne tin la bi gol de pe ka ba bur kala ko ne ye ka wan ye ka jang ko nuwar baro shar ban ye jang biya kur jang ngan ko nuwar kata ma nkorma kuma bai gula no ngin je bor bai woto le biya ye kuma ana shagwa ya jamaa ngan shematin ra me ga nona yen ma kuma ma wo ma wa nasir ma jawo nasir wa shubka nasir ro ba nyura nasir wa ora wa gor yen cha biya ye ya ko gor ye no kele gor dia den ma nasir na gora ko ma nasir na woni ta ga je ma tin ba ore ta ga je tin ga gara ko ma kan wo kan nasir aka wo nasir lakin lo no wi ga ben shi no kun wa man kun gor kan ga gor nye kun ka la ga mu kan no la cha gor ye no chele gor re bola no che gor in sha biaro dun gang ko me te ye to gang ro dun ko is gang ro dun in sha ne ko no kan na gor go kun kan ne ko no kan na gor go kun kan ne ko no gor man kun kan ne ko no gor ba le go je kan biaro gang ka chu ma gur na ma ra bol ma ku ma go na ra bol ya ko ngana ngara bol taro ku ma gur nga til ma gur tin je bo ana ba go yu nga jo ba nga jo wa ho jo ba jo ana lakin ma gur ja obi ayu go ku ma rodun ka gurum dia le la to gar we dol ta guru chol ga ta guru do to ta guru yen ma yo ta guru o ba na ko ta la halata yen na kan ga ku ma cha go ana la ro na we na da me na da me ka na ko ri da na tar ga lo kan me water me wona bo che ji chừng da ni kulna nei ri na la sharp ko la ji bo ka nei da ni kwa nge ya na de ana mi je me ne mana ga na ji ne ri ma char ro ji ne ka ri ma char ne lu na la sa la ner go lo lakin na ga ni sharp de jo ye ne na wa ko jama ra me ya na shago la ro na wo me ya ga no ko arai ma pal yo ko kon rebel te kon ni ta ga dor ko ku guru ba tal fakir ba ga te go tal fakir ya fel ka kuma ya fel adala tabal la ka kuma kwes antamma ankora kon nei tin la diere o ba hoter nei ko bungu tedi ko kur ma chai le nan dum ni nan wan nan die amma nan run ba jon arar ya la ba ko ru te ka ko ya yol ba yol kir ya jin jiran joro ya la mata ga fele madan ma wana jolo ngi na ko bonga ba mu jolo ba me no ba na lo tin bi na ni kin are ya la kan ko ya yol ba yol tama lor sa kwes ma yen ma yen ida goro bi yen de no achen ma ro ni jina bia koro kap kel ka ayo bia kor kap la ji ayo de yen kan ko na ko mo na kan ngam na thero bia la lo ne do na ther ka na kan na ther already on the ground na tinu ni ji ayo mo lo ga ji dan ta na ther mo a be ne ma ja kan no bia lo ne do wo na ther ni nan sai mo fe mo korma ani cha gwa korma ga no ngan lo no sha ba ya na yen sha ba thon goro ko te ana lakin ma yen bia ko te ma rodun la ji na bia ya ji a sha ya nan ga da mi ma da bi hada e dungre bol to kon lu gi dar man wi ba koren ba tere ken she kore bol dia lo romar kore bol dia lo romar ba ko ba ko te kam le ka ro na mara bra mi ayi na mi yirje bi ya yo mai du yor bi yar kuma ma guiro bi long ter jiro ado bi ma yo gam guye wona bi na yo ken gor shema kon ya mar kon chal ko UPA kon re bol kon ya mar go ba ko ter ma ter bol ken bag ka mar da ba ko gul ter bi yi no kuma kan ji da lakini ba cha ba ka nang ba ko use e jama kon wor la ro wo sin ko me ga no ayena dia da hotel bukiri dar ya pelo ajala dure bola kana kuma a cha mo mabla Siembor gana na wolo nyana na ba mai na botol ba wolo ba mai ba botol ba wa na lwadu ajen wa bi kote tin ajen koru no koru ma jan we mai du ka ota chunga ka mai no we ba ndi ajen kor bi koro tera koro chu kurma kana ji kuma ta wak na tar bi go pa na yi wak na tar bi cha ba cha bien cha ba mo bla ji aji amerika ba jo yi ka yi ti yi da ji amerika gwa kan tin ngai ta ma ka ni wes ni dai mai na da ko ga dai mai ba lon ko ga dai mai ko ni ta ko no shagwa jama ko na luen rodan ngai rai la ntan bata nei wanu ko ngu nei ko ti ya mu pe mu kan ngana askari ja ko tar na ga dia ngai lo da korlo no ba bor to na kan ba buru mo je na tar kur ma lu da kur ba buru kur ma tibi ana ba ma wa ko ni ja ba buru ba chap to wan ba kana aja pa de na wa de na ka ba ngai jen dun de na ana rai ko wona jama wona na nan ga je bor kur ma wona la ne fel kan ma wai ne je bor je ja yut je bor je tani che na je tani lo ada ka mai da ram jen ba mai da bo ye chang ne ngan wa bor wa ngan ba mai do bo te kor ni na nga tu ram ju wan kur kuma jo na da belon wa ni kuma lo ko kuma fi na ru ngana mo ba ram wa kor ta ru wa wi kam ru ba ku ba ba kam lu je na ram ye ma shara jen na ba ta ke kam ne da ko dial ko da tar kor ka ya kamu ta ma ne dial tar kor ka lo dial ko le liu cha kamu asa da an yo ga mo yen sha ba ma sha ba ma ya ga nan ma ngara ma yu sha je ne dan wan ya ga nan na wal la ke la bi jo jin ma gure jin na berbila askari da bi nan ko la askari nan ko ya wona ne da sha da til ne da sha da te mai ko ya ba nan ko ri ngai na ne de kon te to je ya ngai ngai ya wona tale ma da ba ko go ngari chuta amma sha mata lo da tale ma da ba to je di rai ma kar na ngai ko ta ma la de ta ma ba cha ba pyo mo ne ro ken ne kon mo ye ma bla ken cha ba le kan go ba wona na ta ma na ko kur kar tel kur mi ashar ma kur jana kan no shang ba ashar kur jana kan no ba tel mi al ku junu sudana kur mi to na wal ma kwal le kam jana kan no ba de ngai bo ko no ra ko ma te che to na wal kur lakin ba jo yen sha bia bi ye ke bia yi ko kuma ba mo bla ji ayo ba mo bla ji amerika yi fa ba bur yi ko kuma ta me na ba na wujuma ka she ki adab dun lo adab dun o mai du ma gang ne kwa ko shiendu luadu wes biya gang kwa ko jin ma guru bila jesh man rodu cholga ka man rodu dertur man rodu garwe dol mer boyro nya ayera mer bila askeri dan bay nan kor garwe dol bay nan kor boyro nya bay nan kor nga bi kor ter la askeri mi yene no kum ana ma jama yenu ma ngana de ma ne nanga agole ma chala je kuma yara mar kuma wala ngada de ni la je kuma aja ko aja baga natar wo chuba natar ro ke chuba ga wulang aja ko wulang bal gor yen chabre hele ajan korun tar koru lakin mata ga maskara ona maskar kuma maskar kuma ja ko jona babur ka ne ta tin ka natar ta na won ga ma gor ona ya kuma gor re do ari ali jikanya kai ju ne ne ta natar biya ju biya bur kon ja ya kuma gor ne ji ayo ka ji kuma ko na selfa riya masha mana da kuma ta juma kuma ayo kana kuma wuri ala salfa ta gutun kai bai kullu jona na biya tar na ko bai moblai biya kai yan sha biya tar na kuma cha gwa nan shi so nori aga tuka makal nori aga tuka ka bor aga tuni ga ala nori sha na tite mo kwa na nori je na da gwa nan lu ne ya ko kurma cha gwa cha kullu cha gwa yenu ma yenu tar ko biya tar jaro ku biya la je na ka gurmu ko ne la biya ko ru tar belare bola te ye ko kum lakin che yen chap ma bia bure ko ni ko kuma ba fu kuma ko kuma ye ko ye ku ye jang ba ko le nyu ne ko de a jan ti diar ya nan ta ma ka lo do do arun Atama and city are jamba. Ha shagwa. Shagwa. Aja railway, you know, and you ride a pair on by run, children.
What do you say about that, Jacob? Mute yourself. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, he is an open-minded individual. I agree with most of the things he say, and I disagree with some of it, but most of it I agree. He's open-minded. He knows what he's talking about. But this is what I'm going to say. Every time I come to the social media, I never support war. You know yourself, Abraham Madit. I never support war. I always come and try to do what is right to unite all of us. So the guy who just finished talking here, he does make a lot of sense, especially Nuer language. He was professional. He believed in peace. He understand what's going on. He went through a lot. He went through hardship that make him humble. But the money of the White Army in the village is something I don't know. I had no idea. They are there. I am not responsible for it. I I don't know what's going on. But this is my conclusion. To avoid hostilities of any kind, we supposed to live a quiet and a peaceful life. And all South Sudanese, they all deserve protection. So this is my final say, that to avoid all these hostilities and to live in peace and harmony, I am calling upon Dr. Riek Machar and President Kir Mayadit to fix the problem from the root causes. They need to work together. They need to forgive each other. And Dr. Riek Machar has a power. He's now in Juba. And people are suffering everywhere in South Sudan. To stop all this white army and all this militia and all these internal forces that are wandering in the bush, is that we need to be honest to each other. We need to come out. We need to come to our senses. So Dr. Riek Machar and President Kiir, they need to be humble, and they need to work together so that they can resolve the problem, the issues that make them disagree. Once they are coming together, Dr. Riek Machar can contact elders from Nuer, from Upper Nile, the elders from Upper Nile, and the elders from Unity State, and the elders from Jonglei, especially Lao Nuer and Gawar, so that they know they are working together. So that's where the White Army is going to be convinced, and then the president of our nation, who is legally a president right now, is Salva Kiir Mayardit. He has the final say. Okay, when you are a president, you do not create enemies. Okay, there's a saying that bring your friend together, bring your friend close, and bring your enemies closer. Bring your friend close, and bring your enemies closer. So, as a young man from the United States, I never get involved in any hostilities. I never support anybody there to take up arms against other people. I cannot do that under God. No, I do not. I believe in principle of positive energy. So, to avoid all these things here, my brother, to make a conclusion about what Boy Runyang had said, he makes a lot of sense. But for us, my my understanding is that Dr. Riek Machar and President Kir Mayadit need to work together. They need to talk and they need to sit down. There's no hidden agendas behind the doors, and they need to be open in the eyes of the universe. They need to come as a leader we all see, so that we can move forward to avoid the White Army and to avoid all problem and misunderstanding. The issue has to be resolved by Dr. Riek Machar and President Kiir. Okay, they need to put their ranks together
Thank
so
you.
that our people will not be able to suffer.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jacob. Good to see you. Been a long time seeing you. Thank you. Have a blessing Saturday. Hopefully, we will catch up again. Thank you. Have a
You're
wonderful day.
welcome.
Have a good
And
time at
thank
work.
you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for your understanding, and thank you, my brother. God bless you, and let us move
Yeah.
forward to love each other.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you, Jacob.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Magak, go ahead and put your last remark so I can, yep.
Actually, I will first begin to thank Mr. Jacob. I did not hear the full conversation between General Stephen Boy Yang with us because I don't understand the language. I would have at least give some comment. But Jacob have really concluded very well. What we just need as citizens of South Sudan, actually, we just need to embrace on peace and unity among ourselves because we have really suffered enough. When you at least when you look onto the ground all over the country in South Sudan, everybody here is really facing a lot of straight suffering, and whereby this suffering doesn't lead us also to have war aside when all these suffering that are happening are not being put in place so that there should be no suffering in some places. So what I want to put as a last message is actually our leaders which are in Juba and other parts of South Sudan and other part of the world. It is good that General Stephen Boy Runyang have listened to what we have been saying before, and of course, these are the true characters that are needed from such people. What I want to say is this: our leaders, if they don't come together, our country will not have unity. Our country will not have, let me say, it will not have a specified cooperation because all what do or disagree. Is this: if it is possible, there should be a peace that is meant to every citizen, because peace is only done in Juba and is not done in other places. There should be a committee. If people are talking about peace, there should be committees that should be formed to reach to the state, to reach to the countries, to reach to the boomers and the villages. In 2020, peace agreement which was done in Juba, it has just stopped here in Juba, and there are no committees which are formed to reach to outside of the state, to the counties, to the Payam, to the village, telling people who are there to stop hitting themselves. And that is why now, whenever politicians which are in Juba are having problem, so it is always taken out of the real context. So who are the people that are always affected? These are the citizens that are out of Juba. Like what is happening in Nasser. If it is now the Honorable Commissioner of Nasser is the one requesting for the humanitarian assistance, so which government again is he requesting the humanitarian assistance from? It is the same government which is in the national government. But I can see that is also a heart of the leader that doesn't need these people to suffer, because people who are there who have taken arms against the government, they don't know what they are doing, as Jacob said that thing before, and as well as you have said that thing before. They are just there to do what they don't know, but the consequences will get them later, and it has now started. But what I'm asking that we need our leaders to have peace among themselves so that the country should not go back to war again. Those that are also out of the agreement, they also need to come in so that at least they should sign the peace with the government that is in Juba. We have also some other parties that are in Kenya. We need them to come. We need them to come to Juba. Let them sign the peace. Let them join their hand. So the suffering that happened in those days when the country is not liberated, I don't want that thing to repeat itself again. As a mere citizen, because I'm just a mere citizen, I don't support people to fight themselves, and I don't support people to suffer. What I just need is people to have unity, let us have peace among ourselves, and then the development will come in. Like we have neighboring countries like Uganda and Kenya. These countries now, they are developing, they are advancing in technology and so many other things. And those are the countries now our people are going to study in. When are we going to receive students from Kenya, from Uganda to South Sudan to come and study in South Sudan? I think that thing is not going to happen. But it's due to the blame, that this blame we cannot put it to anyone. We can put it to our leaders. Let our leaders make sure that they make a peace that should be a real peace. If they cannot make that, then our country will not have will not have a stable unity for all. But in all other aspects, God will intervene in all these crises which are happening, because we have suffered enough. We only need peace and we need people to unite it. We don't want people to fight among themselves. Fighting cannot bring anything. We only need people to unite it and then let them do one thing. So this is my message.
Thank you very much, Magog Benjamin, for wonderful message. This is what we want. We want the citizen to raise their voice so that because we need peace in the country. We don't want to see any chaos to break out again like what is happening in Nasser. I hope the peace will come in that area. And also we're calling for the humanitarians to go to that area to help the civilian. So thank you, Magog, for coming in. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for coming in. And so I will let you go. Yeah. And for those of you watching, before I close down the show, I'm going to be playing a couple video.
And disarmament.
So this video is from General James Kong. Those of you who've been having this assumption that the forces that went there, they were going to disarm civilian white army, which is not true. So listen to General James Kong Schwal. He will explain to you the reason why they went there for the first place, and their mission was to criticize the leaders in JUBA, okay, and diaspora. So, but because which is dangerous, that's caused the violence in Nasser, lost life. So listen to him, and then we will.
Kaya much politicized. You know, nehna machinery, normally deployment they go, Fitijab at Adama, or Wulang County, and then Nasser, Umashata Joko. We try our level best, you know, to correct it. في social media وفي أجهزة الأمنية برضه في أجهزة تانية بتاع الميديا لكن نحن ما قدرنا نحن ما سياسيين نحن عساكر لكن الهدف the primary mission بتاعنا it was to relieve the Nasser forces. This is what was given to us by our chief of defense forces, and this is what was planned by the command and control. The general headquarters into Guardian Fogo. نحن ما قدرنا لأنه البحر بحر بتاع الصوبات وطبعا انتوا عارفين بنشب. It's a shallow river at this time, at this moment. ما قدر يكوشوا البوابورات. فعلا سياسات كانت كثير. لكن لما الناس يعني الناس الموضوع ده الروش وضع بتاع الناس ده روشوا منين وفي دياسبرا الناس اللي عملوا شغل ده شفتها لما البابوران ما قدروا يخشوا عندن توالى قاموا بهجومات في ناصر يوم حكم هم كان اول حاجه يهجموا بابورات في يوم 26 شهر 2 لكن هم ما قدروا بابورات توالى واصلوا.
Okay, you guys, you hear what James say. He said the problem is for the people in the diaspora, social media, and political leaders in Juba. That's what the reason. That's what happened in Nasser. Like you hear from my brother Jacob. So because and a lot of people in social media, and I'm reading all of you comments. So you will listen to the General James. From his own mouth, and you hear it from General Wooling, Johnson Wooling. Their mission is just simple. Their mission is to go to Nasser to rotate those forces. But the political leaders in Juba, they politicized, and they're supporting diaspora in social media, they politicized. That's what happened, and that's caused life, Junubi.
Tijabet at the Wulang County. في يوم الثلاثة شهر ثلاثة هم بدأوا هجومات في ناصر. ده الوايد عامي وايد أبيض الجيش الأبيض مع أيوه سوا. طبعا الجيش الأبيض ما مقوم ساكت بدون زول يدفرهم أول دن بعدك يعني في حاجات بدلهم. الحرب ده كان أسهل لنا لكن احنا ما بنتكلم فوق دانا فوق السياسة كبير فوقه.
And to let you guys know, James Kong is not just the general SSPDF, he's a son of the area. And you hear very well that IO and White Army, they are the one who attack SSPDF. So this is a continuation attack plan. This is just happened. No, this is a continuation, and we listen to them before they carry out their attack. So these are the correct information I'm trying to feed you. That what happened in Nasir is just not coincidence. And some of you are criticizing and go and do all this. No, you listen to those two generals on the ground when, and what happened? Their mission is simple, because you know the military, when you have a mission, that's the mission you are going. Their mission is not disarmament. So why you deny that you don't believe what James Kong Chwala is saying? Why you don't believe what Johnson Williams saying? And they are the two generals that on that mission. And they are telling you, Ajama, we are not going to Nasir for disarmament. We are going to Nasir to rotate those forces that have been staying here for more than 10 years in Nasir. So now, these are the facts, and even then we try to show you guys what you have been said before the war break out was not true. You are lying. You are doing propaganda and misinformation in social media. And the IO politician in Juba, they are doing this. They're fueling this, but for what reason? Now people die. Now the civilians are being displaced. There's a shock in the area. If that's what you want, so the IO in Juba, but fed by President Salva Kiir Mayardit, Dr. Riek Machar, please now is the time for you to feed those civilians that you put them in this place. Now they have no shelter, there's no food. Some of them run to Ethiopia. Now cholera, the disease now get in, and many people will die. For what? For what? You people who are just power angry in the area, you the citizen life for your greediness for power. And then some of us here in the diaspora, we feed into it. What a shame. Huh?
المهم حتى اننا فقدنا ناصر. فقدنا ناصر وده مسؤوليات بتاع الجيش طبعا. جيش كده. لكن الحقيقه نحن كنا ماشيين غير القوه الموجود في ناصر. ده كان الحقيقه وده كان الهدف بتاعنا لانه الجيش ده طول. وبرام دارو ما كان قبل كده طلبه. الشعب دارو كان ده طلب بتاعه.
Yes, that's the truth. Now James is telling you that's the truth. That's the reality, the mission that they are going to Nasir. It's not about, oh, we are going to disarm or anything. No, that's not the mission, their mission. Their mission is simple and clear. Now what you are saying, now you crack your head. Too late. People die.
لأن أنا من الناس دائما أنا بمشي في ناصر ولما يحصل حاجة وضع كان ما وضع يعني ما كان في استابيليتي كويس كده بين الجيش بتاعنا مع الشعب الموجود في المنطقة اللي هو بنادى أنفسهم قال الوايد عامل ده كان العسل في سنين دول كله لكن الكمان بعد كده قرر إنه لازم يغيرهم يودي ناس جدد ممكن يكون في تفاهم بين الناس ما ماشيين نعمل disarmament زي ما بكلمه في السوشيال ميديا قال ماشيين نشيل السلاح في يد بتاع ناس ما ماشيين نعمل deployment في مناطق بتاع ولان ودما وجوكو ده كان ما هذا بتاعنا ده البسيط ده نكون دايرين نوري اما حاجات العسل في السوشيال ميديا اللي بقول باقي ما حقاي اننا قاعدين مع جونسون عملنا شغل سوا معه ونحن رجينا اول دماري يوم السبت لو ما كان السياسات دي انتهوا يعني كان كان لنا ماشيين نرجعوا نفس الايام يعني قمنا يوم السبت كان هنا ما نرجع يوم الثلاثاء ده كان خطه بتاع القياده لنا فانا بقيف على كده لو في سؤال بعدين انا and then I will be able to answer you. We have a plan to bring those who have been scattered. We thank our local population in Wulang and Nasir, those who are keeping the SSPDF soldiers who have come out from Nasir. But the number of the deaths, we will not tell you. The number of those who have been killed, and later on we cannot be in social media. So our forces were a battalion. So those who are coming, they are not even 71 alone. They are coming, they are somewhere. We had also 150 who are now going to Galashan. You see? So we have the number. And the government plan cannot be put on social media. But to assure you, we will go back to Nasir. They politicized it to kill people. As now people die. They say, and the politicians are even talking about the composition of the forces. That there are Agwelek, there are Abu Shok, there are criminals in Juba. We have been armed up and want to send them to Nasir. But if we come to the question, this is the work of the politician? But the politician in South Sudan, they are like that. When they were looking for something, position or what, they have to kill people first.
Yeah, they should be ashamed.
So now it is them to avoid that, not to interfere in the work of the army. So this is what I can say. It is them to avoid, not to interfere in the army. Like now they have taken the garrison of Nasir. What do they will benefit? Are they going to another country that will be called what in Nasir? What do they achieve? We have lost life. And it is the work of the politician. You see? I think it is another circle that want to go back to war. But we will not allow this to happen. This is the country, but I want to answer because I don't want to. Let us be specific on our question. Now, we talk about the unification of the forces. I think I answered one of you before. Unification of the forces has already been done, except only phase 2, which is remain. The modality that we are going to use, the barrack was the barrack of the SSPDF. And there was no IO before. And when peace was signed, and then everybody come in. You see? Now the modality that we are going to use, we are going to tell them we are not going to fight with anybody, like what we did before. Okay? We are not going to fight with anybody, but we will go back to our barrack. And also we will call the civil population. We have been politicized and also misinformed to come back to their places. It was just a politic. The fight they say these forces that are going to relieve the forces in Nasir are not from unified forces. While we have 300, which was previously deployed from Rang, we brought them to Malakal. And then we joined them with the force that we took from here. Okay? And then they say no, it is not true. These are the Agwelek. Agwelek are part of the SSPDF. and we don't have a bushuk. And we don't have criminals that have been run up from Juba here and taken to Nasir. These are the politics. This is what kill people. You say, you
Jinubin. Now you listen to the facts. Okay? For all of this propaganda, misinformation, calling social media. Now you listen to them. The General James Kong just make it very clear. So what these people are going to say now? This video explain and answer every concern, every propaganda you are talking about in social media about disarmament, unified forces, all kinds of stuff. Okay? So after all of this, people die. For what?
And then Nasir, Umashate Joko. We try our level best to correct it. في social media وفي أجهزة الأمنية برضه في أجهزة تانية بتاع الميديا لكن نحن ما قدرناه. نحن ما سياسيين، نحن عساكر، لكن الهدف the primary mission بتاعنا it was.
So yeah, Kwana, so those are the things, So those are the facts. So that video explained everything. Thank you, General James Kong, for wonderful put on to answer all the questions. Now, this politician in Juba should be held accountable. Yeah, I'm supporting those people who are behind of this incident in Nasir should be brought to book. They should be brought to book. This individual. I'm not saying all the IO, but this individual who caused this chaos in Nasir, killing people, lost people life, they need to be brought to book. Okay? As I said, that let me listen to national security. A small person. Okay?
First and foremost, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome all of you في المكتب بتاع جهاز الامن الوطني جناح داخل at the headquarters of the ISP, and I bring to you greetings from the Director General of the Internal Security Bureau, General Charles Church, and also the entire leadership of the Internal Security Bureau. And I also want to thank you for responding very quickly to take coverage of this important press statement that is going to be issued by the Internal Security Bureau. This press release is on alleged random and unlawful arrest and detention of individuals. The National Security Service has shortly learned of its alleged random arrest and detention of individuals within Juba City in regards to the just unfolded military confrontations between the government forces and the military groups known as White Army, who are allied to the SPLA-IO. Undeniably, the National Security Service, Internal Security Bureau, has arrested and detained several individuals believed to have verified links to the spiraling military confrontation that has just unfolded within the towns of Nasir and Ulan and their surroundings. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, the arrest ensued after the service operatives conducted extensive intelligence pursuit to appropriate information from any individual within or out of the country that had been fueling the ongoing battle in the mentioned areas that I previously said. The obtained intelligence report, ladies and gentlemen, included substantial evidences from all contributing sources, which all of you knows the National Security Service has got the capacity, both the intelligence and human intelligence, both technical and human intelligence, which were firstly subjected to thoroughly analysis and first checking until were deemed accurate, and thus amounted to arrest and detention of the individuals, which is, on the other hand, part and parcel of the National Security Service, all of you are aware, is to protect the revitalized agreement on the resolutions of the conflict in the Republic of South Sudan, RRCs, signed in 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, in addition, these arrests are not targeting in nature. We are not targeting any nature. Either along regional or geographical, ethnic, or political connection. It has nothing to do with that. The move is piloted as a prerogative of the National Security Service as stipulated under Section 54 and 55 of the National Security Act 2014 as amended 2024 in order to effect Section 7. Precisely, subsection 2A and C, which stated that any activity related to espionage, sabotage, terrorism, or subversion of any such activity directed against or detrimentally to the interests of the Republic of South Sudan, and any act or threat or violence or harm that is directed or intended to achieve, bring about or promote any constitutional, whether it be political, industrial, social, or economic objectives or change in South Sudan, including any conspiracies, incitement, or attempt to such threat. On that other hand, it is imperative to reiterate that South Sudan is a sovereign state. We are a sovereign state. Just like any other nation on earth that has vast right to hold any threat that undermines its national security. And thus, any mandated task by the National Security Service should not be termed as a random or unlawful by enemies of the state, but rather professionalism and unlawful demeanor of the institution should be considered. In this respect, ladies and gentlemen, we want to assure the public that the National Security Service, Internal Security Bureau, and other law enforcement agents are fully aware of these developments and thus are taking all necessary but critical action, including arrests, to address the situation, and most importantly, and it is best interest of the National Security Service to ensure that any act of abuse or powers and insubordination by any law enforcement officer is unacceptable, and individuals involved will be held accountable for their actions. The safety and the security of our nation and its citizens remains our top priority, and we will not hesitate to take any decisive action to ensure the stability of the Republic of South Sudan, peace, harmony, and tranquility. Therefore, the National Security Service urges the public to remain calm and trust in the authorities to handle the matter in accordance with the law. The service appreciates your continued support and cooperation as it works towards maintaining peace and security of the Republic of South Sudan. Thank you all.
Water,
Now you hear from national security. For those of you who have concern about the arrest of some individual in IO. So now, before I close up, President Salva Kiir Mayardit is calling for calm when he give address for the nation on March 7, 2025, last week. He calling for nation, call people to calm down, do not take the law to your own hand. The government will take this. So president is calling everybody. So that's the last message that I want to leave you with it. So the message from the president.
Fellow citizens, we have been following the unfolding events in Upper Nile State, Nasir County. The government forces
Green ngi we kene loiret pana per Nile. Tane chol Nasir County. Jeja kuma enerer pan Nasir water te chita run ka betuk chien e chilo elbe ka be war ku be jej der yambe yak kene e ken reloy jeji pat wet kene a chibila weli kula yadil tiat kulwela jej e labu mot ni domchin pan wulang kek Nasir akonin tero ku bet pen ro Victoria Machar en banyin bodan e chati ku bu ma loy bu ko loret ken bu dum pin a cha bagam kurem ku ko nin diak pen diak ron tim karo tero ku di amat ken ci bana amat pat ku ci riak legen ku ko ben lonada kwat koy war cha dor tan abrod matin ku bu dum pin akol nin wan pen diak ron tim karo ku tero ku di nyal katen jej pan Nasir aka ci moj pin jeje ne chol White Army ken ako jeje spele IO en mugriak machar kene a chire loy ku ton won ci riaka ton non da jeje IO a ci na kuma a ci bu moji banya mug jej pan Nasir ene chol general ma jurdak ke jej ken fi won ci dong pin a ci bi tem bi roro tianda baba di riak num a ci jam ke ma jurdak ku legen berer tantin jej IO kene aki jarol ma jurdak aki bi gam berer tan diktoriak aki be legen keren tit ni UN lonada general majur abrir ke cin nagen kurian UN abla Nasir ku bi jarol majur ke jej ken worer ke yen la nyaaye akolani ditem pendiak helicopter UN acila pan Nasir kamun len ka nyuj go moj kenen ci lwel acila jej IO bi rer ka maj kamun bleti arabe na nyuj tin ci ten mitir ka bot ka diak achan briay bi nyuj angor kire lew na la riare jot go ben moj chawanon ci na tem bran tiar ku tok ke jeja kuma nyaaye jorol ma jur ci dong akirat bi lebe jora ko le rantin ni along UN ci watira lo ken bi le Victoria ko ngori ci Victoria la beri no da Nasir real ken IO yakul ko nin doro pen diak wona lip karo tero ko di ale ret katiarat ale bigla big bang general ma jur la nyaay ke je ken di dong tin na wona real helicopter UN karo acila Nasir kamle ke kala general majur dak nyaay ke jechen won ci dongtin go ko ba moj yemen ayu balak bay lonada kamun loy kinret general majur dak tel ku jechen garar ke yen aci nok kwa ci nyin jal tok tung tiara ke granen ye koñ ake ci pot wek bay we ga ya chol ku bagrir duk ku pel ko irut pin a chelwe la rakidi ko ben beri non adda man chol junub Sudan a ci be duk tongi a cha wi belaran nyelung ku bi yada chin ku we ga tan lona de kuma en wad no menen abokin en chira loy ken dial ting ku loy o ga rer ko bodel adori yemen antinyen kwany kwan ci po diaw tin ko general mo jurdak ku jechen ke ci to ge yen tiandie rer ke kwaden a ci to ke ga lui bay kwa brir opot alon wan weken abinari tao chin chwech ababeri ani chot bukarer duk pan junub Sudan ben nialich bu pan junub Sudan doj kutie aguer ken e guir ko wil ban chalagir maktam di mor ngang num pan junub Sudan.
May God bless you all. May God bless South Sudan. Salva Kiir Mayadi.
Then you have it from President of Republic of South Sudan. President is calling for peace and calm. And also he's mentioned again and again that he will never take the country back to war. That's the message from President, a peaceful President. Thank you, President, and all of you. Thank you so much for watching our show, Madit Talk Show, this evening. I hope I covered everything, and Legislative Media, we are here to feed you accurate information so that the reason why I always do this show is because to keep people awareness about what is happening, because there are so misinformation and propaganda going on in social media. So that's why we come here to give you a reliable information and play the video and have them and be the judge. And some of the people who have that misconception that they just take everything in social media and run with it and do his propaganda. Now these are information that we receive and give it to you. And it's up to you what you do with it. Whether you believe them or you believe the propaganda that you guys are doing, it's up to you. Thank you, everyone. Have a good, wonderful day. Bye for now. You pon the loy, you might like you are good meat to meat corn. Good over boil up and Kayogo, I like your train, is young as you are the watching man in a lit. Money, you're going to go by in good, and let on a banana. Hey, you pay a maton road, Jemana to the lake, joy, we try and call him to buy. Punya you to jogging by the pandemic, which in our dam, I my little shred, Jalakapi, good at the will banan, good over boil up and Kayogo, I lay your train, is young as you are the watching man in a lit. Money, you're going to go by in good, yet let on a banana. Punya you to jog
Adenge kick kega buke gade wo bae. Anyal nyadia kui ke pingrin. Jemana liet wena changarong ajedu.